Good evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, your humble game master, today with my co-hosts and players to bring you some more Rains of Vitrium content, episode 89. 11 more, and we hit that 100 episode milestone. And then the game will be over. Sad as it is to say. Tragic.
Tragic.
At any rate,
We need to start campaign too.
Agatha, say hi to the people.
Hello, people. It's gonna be a shame once the game ends. It's gonna be real sad.
Morgan, say hello to the people.
I'm going to be the one to destroy the campaign, calling it now.
Francois, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Soren, say hi to the people.
I found my parents. I say it was a good run.
And Vani, say hi to the people.
Hi, everyone. Who's going to destroy the world first?
I'm trying.
And with all that having been said and out the way, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and all the other jazz, and so on and so forth. And we'll get right into the action. So, when last we left our adventurers, Agatha the Kobold Rogue, Morgan the Halfling Divination Wizard, Rensois the Rabbit Folk Monk, Soren the Rabbit Folk Samurai, and Vani the Rabbit Folk Smith, the party had just finished with a little dinner date with the Archmage of Enchantment, Lucas.
Boo.
And they left that meeting a bit more perturbed, but with a bit more direction as well. In order to get Valen back, the party must go and collect the Archmage the Divine and keep them safe. Otherwise, they'll never get Valen back. Uh-oh.
Oh man.
I know, a real tragedy, right? Your goth
That's a
brother.
Dang.
And after that, the party kind of had a bit of friction between Morgan and Agatha, as Morgan almost got the party wiped by pissing off the Archmage of Enchantment.
Had it coming.
However, after that, the party kind of like split up a bit, with Agatha following Bethany and finding out about 3 facilities that they have to invade and destroy the clones of Lucas within in order to break his grip on the world at large, lest he die too early and kill a bunch of people with him at the same time.
It'll be fine.
It was also discovered that at one of these facilities is Bethany's real body. But she doesn't know which one. All she knows is that there are 3 of them. One of which is near the Crystal Lake here in Vuri. Fancy that. And then Morgan had a long and nice conversation with Soifang that I think left her feeling better, ? Which was then followed up by one with Soren. And, yeah. Then the party reconvened and decided on where they wanted to go and what they wanted to do, and are now making their way to the eastern exit for Therabolder to make themselves towards the Hiltport, rather than the northern exit or the southern exit from the Spearhead Alps. So, the cart has trundled to life, and it is making its way toward the Hiltport. Is there anything that you guys want to do, say, or talk about before you arrive?
How long precisely till we get out of the till we get to the exit, essentially, like towards Hillport?
Roughly a day.
Probably a few hours. A day? Okay, that's more than a few hours.
It's quite a many hours.
Yeah, many hours.
Quite a few hours.
Yeah. I think Agathar, after talking with the group, minus Morgan, because she decided to just continue to try to cool down from their
Pout.
heated argument. um, Agadar was remaining in the living room, kind of not brooding, but like kind of anxiously sitting on the couch on the cushions, just kind of relaxing himself to the best of his abilities, and also kind of gaining the courage to do something. And I think after about a couple of does Morrigan come out of the training area a few hours later, or when do you think she'll emerge?
Uh, it's probably only like 2 hours max because there's only so much she can exude. She's stronger than like your average person, but she ain't mighty. She don't got the endurance of like our other friends. So she does eventually kind of like trudge her way up the steps and makes her way towards the steps up to the rooms.
Okay. I think when Morrigan gets to her door, Agathar is gonna follow her up the stairs. When she gets to her door, he just kind of wants to knock on the wall to kind of get her attention. And he has his hat off, and he's kind of holding it to his chest, and he's kind of looking a little squeamish and guilt-ridden. And if she turns to look at him, he's just gonna like look up at her, and he's just gonna say, "Morrigan, look, we don't need to talk about what happened. I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry about everything. I I lost control and I blew up, and you didn't deserve that. I just wanted to let you know before we start getting into deep shit. You don't need to say anything. I just want to let you know that I'm sorry for everything."
I don't know if she turns to face you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got like her hand on the handle to her door. As there's like a not like a shift in her demeanor. Just this like pregnant pause as she doesn't like turn her head to look back, but enough to acknowledge you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I suppose it is fine. And she kind of like turns the knob to her door. You have me for the time being until our tasks are done. And we will see how I feel then.
Okay. I understand. And he
It's like
doesn't make any motion to stop her, or he just kind of watches her.
she fully opens her door, steps inside, and there is a loud slam of the door.
Flinches when the door is slammed, and he uses his palm to wipe a corner of his eye as he just walks past her door to. He glances at the door as he passes in and just sighs again and walks to his room.
Hmm.
Let's see.
I think last I checked, it was like a one-way hallway with like Morrigan's door at the end.
Is it at the very end? I don't know why I always picture Agatha's at the end.
Yours is like one of the first two. No, yours is like right next to her door. It goes Valen, Soren, Ren's like like if you go left to right,
Mhm.
it's Valen, Soren, Renswa, Agathar, and Morrigan is at the end of the hall.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Then he'll turn around, give it one more glance, and just let out a sigh. And then he'll go into his room. And when he closes it, he has a good cry.
Well, he'll have a good cry into a soft pillow.
Or pillows.
That is his wife.
Yes.
Is my wife.
My wife.
Pretty much. Anyway,
Depression.
so to remind you guys all the people you have that you can talk to, you have all of B Team, you have the Cinder siblings, you have Amalia, and I believe that's it. If you guys want to have a conversation with any of those people, you certainly can. If not, then put a 1 in the chat and we'll move along.
Agatha was too busy crying.
This poor boy.
Thorin is kind of busy, still trying to get the hang of what he has just accomplished.
The Watery.
Yes.
He's trying to avoid eye contact with most of the people here as they learn his inner thoughts about them in water form.
That's one of the reasons he's locked in his room while he does it.
Yep.
Perhaps I have something.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm asking anyone else. I'll get to you afterwards. So, Soren, anyone?
No, Soren's just
One in the chat.
like playing. Soren's just playing around with his. Right.
Thank you. All right, Renswa is a 1. Vonnie.
Yeah, I can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay. All right, Morgan. Who you want to talk to?
There is a tapping at Soren's door.
Oh ho!
You hear him behind the door say, "Who is it?"
Me.
Oh, come on in.
You see her like cautiously open the door, looking behind her as she steps in, holding what looks to be a large bottle.
And Soren's there with the ring around him, just like kind of like kneeling down, and he's just like kind of twiddling his fingers, just causing the water to form different things, and just like I said, just practicing with it. He goes, "Hey, hello, Maury. How are you doing today?" Well, never mind. I already know. Sorry. What did you want to talk to me about?
Don't know. Maybe just not being alone right now seems like a good idea. I kind of flexes a finger that isn't like holding the neck of this bottle. Didn't want to rip my room apart.
Oh, no, what's the bottle that she has?
It looks like liquor.
He goes, and he just smiles and says, so you decided it to be mine then.
I wasn't going to ruin your room with you in it.
He goes, I'm sorry, that was a poor joke. Sure, come on, no, come on. Come on over, and he stands up and like pats on the bed while he sits down at the desk at the desk near the nightstand. And he already has like a pot of tea brewed, been brewed, and he says, I'd offer you some if I knew you liked it.
I don't dislike tea. Just memories attached to it. Ooh. I suppose you would have to make a very particular type of tea for it to really hit the same way, but I just tend to avoid it. And she kind of plops down, pulling a glass or two out of her hat, and she sets it aside. She wiggles the glass at you, though I came with an offering if you wish to share with me.
He sets the saucer of tea that he's just poured himself aside, and he reaches out for the glass and he goes, "Hey, thanks. It's been a while since I've had some, despite the fact it doesn't really affect me the same way it used to."
No, I imagine it'd mostly be for the taste at this point.
Aye, and it's a pleasant taste overall, and I think.
You haven't tried it yet, so let that be the
Well,
judge. And she like pops the cork and pours you what looks to like it's like an amber fizzy liquid as he kind of like fills your glass than hers.
and
It's like a dry white wine.
he brings it up to his nose, takes a whiff of it, and then says, "Is there anything you want to toast?"
Kind of looks down and away. Still having someone I feel comfortable enough being around.
Still having family?
Yeah.
I, I think that's a wonderful thing to toast on. And he lifts his glass up and goes, "To having family."
I
He taps her glass and then taps it on the desk, and he drinks it.
just like in one go.
Well, he let's see.
In one go for it.
I would love for that. She said you do it, then you look at her, she has a sip like wow.
Let's see.
Don't be a
high or low?
bitch. Drink it all.
High or low?
Oh hi. Oh
Okay,
boy.
that was not the right one.
Oh,
That is high though.
Still high.
Still that
Still
up.
high. Yeah, he does it in one go, and then just like puts it on the table.
You know, I was going to ask you for a concept, but then I remembered you're immune to poison.
Yep.
She just looks at you for a moment and she's like sipping her wine. Is like, you normally sip it and enjoy it instead of trying to swallow the entire glass.
Oh, I'm used to doing that for toast. Sorry.
It's not a hard liquor.
He just kind of like smacks his lips a few times. He goes, "No, it's not, but it has a good taste to it."
I would hope so. It cost me a bundle.
Oh, then I should probably enjoy it and not knock it back like that, eh?
Snickers a little. It doesn't matter. And she has more of hers. I bought it to enjoy. How you enjoy it doesn't matter.
Well, the taste was good, and I think I might want to enjoy the flavor a little bit more if I get another cup, which this really does taste like more.
She offers to pour you more.
He takes it in the cup and then takes a small sip of it. So, how are you feeling right now? Still
Lost.
well, that's one thing family can do for you. We can help to guide you if you need it.
She has a hard time looking at you. You, I feel like, can guide me. Or you.
What did she say? Sorry.
I feel and like she's. I'm sorry. The mic. I gotta push the mic up when I'm talking softly. You could. I trust you. I can't. I struggle to even try and face Francois. And I don't think I have. Don't think I can talk to Agathar without balling a fist.
Are you upset with how he responded?
I don't. I don't know who he is. I keep trying to read and understand this person I am traveling with, and every time I feel like I know who this person is, something changes, and I feel I don't know.
Well, how often have you actually spoken with him? Like, just sitting down, shooting the breeze, just getting to know him. You might have been just seeing new facets that have come about because of things that have happened.
I don't believe we have been close, even before things happened. We were friendly, kind. I saw him like a member of my family, sure. I don't know. I feel like some amount of resentment remains from when I was selfish in the beginning. Greedy, even. Or maybe I am once again seeing things that aren't there. I don't even trust myself to be perceptive anymore. I've been wrong more often than right. Don't feel like I can make any decisions without second guessing myself at this point.
Soren nods as he's listening to her, and he he kind of furrows his brow and he says, you did kind of try to keep to yourself a lot in those first few months. You didn't really make much effort to connect to us, even when we tried to connect with you, so
Because
there's...
connecting with people was dangerous. It's always been a trial of who I can trust. I have been sold out to people who wanted to burn me at the pyre. Farmers who housed me, my first love. I found it easier to use people, to lie. I am so good at lying. That seems to be the only talent I retain. I wasn't supposed to get attached to all of you, but you have a way of burrowing under the skin, in a way I find fondness in.
And Soren just smiles at that and he goes, well, do you regret falling in love with this family? Like any long-lasting regrets, sure, you've probably had a few. I know I've messed up a few times and I have a couple regrets, but come to like now, the more I think about it, the more I come to the conclusion that I wouldn't be who I am right now without the rest of you. I can't imagine myself without any of you. Do you feel the same way?
There's like a pause. As her fingers kind of like squeak across the glass.
He'll pipe up and say, just remember, there is no incorrect answer to this question.
I don't know if I am staying.
Oh. May I ask, well, may I ask why?
Looks at the half-done glass of wine. Doesn't feel right.
He just nods and goes, "Okay, may I ask why for that as well?" He smiles nervously.
And kind of like does the thing like where like her shoulders drop. It's just, I betrayed you all. I thought it was time. I had to act. If I was to make anything of this life I've lived, it would be burning this place and letting what remained take root and make something new. I can't take that back. There's no magic where I will have all of the wonderful things I had before I gave up. I am not over Rensois, but they are clearly over me. And I do not have Agathar's trust. And I am unsure if what attempts he makes are just platitudes to assure the others I am still worth keeping around. I am strong. That is all I am.
Soren takes a deep breath and sighs, and he says, "You've made some mistakes, but that's part of who we are as people. We make mistakes, some incredibly large, some maybe unforgivable, but the worst thing we could do is to not learn from them. Then I feel we become no better than Lucas. I feel like you're trying to learn. I feel like you're trying to do better, which is which is one of the reasons I wanted to give you another chance. Another reason was because honestly, you've been a member of this family as long as I have, honestly. And like I said before, I can't imagine this family without you. But ultimately, it is up to you. But what would be best, I think, would be to take what you have now and try and just do what you can with it to make the best of it. You still got something left. Has Aggie spoken to you about the way he reacted?
Huffs. I got a sorry, sure.
Do you not trust him in that apology?
No. I don't know who he is. I don't understand how he thinks. Every time I try to rationalize what he's done, we are too different.
I know Agathar pretty well, I think, even though we've only been together for how many months now? 6? 5? 7? I've honestly
8.
lost track of time.
8.
Oh, it's been 8.
We believe.
Well, in all that time that I've known him, the one thing that I know that he ain't is disingenuous when it comes to showing what his heart is feeling. He's being open with me about pretty much everything, and if he apologizes to you, I can give you my own assurances that he means it, and he wouldn't just say that to try and placate you. I don't feel like he's that kind of person, you know?
I don't mean to
You are very kind, Soren, and I also feel you are very trusting. You certainly believed me for a while.
He nods and says, "I did." And
I'm just floored. On that train, when we were moving to a place I was taking him, I was giving him a test. I thought of all of you, he might be the only one I could convince that my way was better. I see now that was silly, but I showed him things. And he showed me things. I saw that boy he fell in love with in that cage. I'd heard the venom in his voice when he spoke of his family. And when we went to his home, he melted into his mother's arms. There was nothing there. No fury, no bitterness, no anger. No fury for his lost love, just willingness to make someone better. I just don't see how he could forgive them. And I am so confused. And what that means. I've seen that woman in visions. And I could see what she was doing while we were there, while you were none the wiser. Kind and sickly sweet in her words, but malicious in intent. I almost assumed make that woman into a knife and he would easily toss her into the closest ravine to never be seen again, to avoid a fight, to leave her bound and trapped at the bottom of some godforsaken crack. No, she dangles off his hip, and I am a loss for words.
Soren takes a deep breath and exhales and says, "I suppose anger can come from an impulse. Sometimes when bitter words are spoken, it's from a heat of the moment kind of thing. That's he just nervously smiles and shakes his head and says, "Why do you think I don't talk about me old master?"
You are of the opinion if you've nothing good to say nothing at all.
He nods and says, "Unless they're there to hear it." Because at that point, you might run the chance of changing them. But I'm going to admit something to you that I didn't really tell anyone else. After we stopped you, I was shortly before you came into my room, Agathar came in there and he came in to check on me to make sure I was all right, and he takes another deep breath and exhales and says, "I was in the same position that he was about his mother. I was seriously considering leaving the caravan if you were going to be here with the rest of us."
Your eyes kind of dull.
But you know what? You know something else? I decided to give you another chance. And what you said told me that you were trying, that you wanted to do better, that you wanted to be better. And I wanted to give you another chance to do that. And I know that you've probably been alone for most of your life, right?
She nods a little.
Aye, and that's probably the thing you were missing. You were... please forgive me if saying this says too much, but you've lost your family and a lot of the people that you cared about when you were very young, right?
Yes.
And he smiles and says, maybe a family right now is what you need. Maybe people who love you and care about you is exactly what you need right now. And I'm more than willing to do that because you were here for me. You did so many things for me while you were here with us these last 8 months. And this isn't just in return for that. It's me genuinely wanting to do something to try to give you a better chance, you know?
Takes in a deep breath and exhales. I want the chance. I don't want to be this revenant in living flesh anymore.
She said she wanted the chance?
She wants the chance. She doesn't
Okay.
She doesn't wish to be a revenant in living flesh anymore.
And
Leave my
Soren...
wife's name out of this.
And Soren takes another sip from his cup and sets it down on the desk and sits down on the bed next to Morgan and offers to hug her again.
I think she leans into you at first before kind of slowly turning and wrapping her little arms around you.
He like holds her close and just hugs her tight again and says, "Well, I'm at least willing to give you that chance. I think you're gonna have to earn that from everyone else, but you're making a good start right now, I think."
Big sniffle.
He's gonna take a chance and like start like rubbing the back of her head.
Soren.
She's like holds you tighter. You just feel her jerk as she relaxes.
What was that, Shad?
I was waiting for Fox to finish. While you're hugging Morgan, you hear a little "aww" from the girls, followed by some scribbling, and then Miki Miki going, and then they kissed.
Soren doesn't say this out loud, but he just goes, "No, she ain't interested." And he just continues holding Morgan there. And is she in Corvithorpe form right now, or is she in halfling
No,
form?
she's been halfling this whole time. Otherwise,
Okay.
she'd loom over you.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Miki responds with, "Well, of course she isn't. Otherwise, this wouldn't be fan fiction." Duh.
and then he's gonna just hold her for as long as she wants to be, and he says, "Well, hopefully at least I could help make you feel a little better."
Thank you. It does. It does.
You're welcome, Ori. Remember, my door is always here, and if you ever need to talk about anything, all you need to do is knock. Okay?
She nods.
He unloops one arm from around her and takes the cup again, I think, and or says, "I think this deserves another toast, eh?"
Yes. She
Same.
scoops up her cup and fills yours and hers back up.
Says,
All
I know
right.
we've already made this, but to family, and those who are willing to help others.
To family.
And he taps it and takes a sip. He
Clink.
doesn't down it this time.
And that is where we're going to pull the camera away from the two of you as you take your drink and share a soft moment. A burgeoning friendship, some might say. And thus, I'm passive. Our minutes become hours. The hours while away until the next day. And as sun peeks through the glass windows of your caravan, you find that you are on the other side of the Spearhead Alps, and near to the hilt port.
Then we abscond towards Xanadu.
If you
Fuck
want
this
to.
shit, I'm out.
I believe at this point it would. We're going to the Undead Outpost, aren't we?
Well, you're trying to go around the mountains to go there, yes.
Around? No, above.
Okay. So, you turn on your flying receptors, and you begin to fly
Receptors.
up. Your flying modification. You begin to fly up, and you begin to sail over the mountains. Would you guys like to roll me perception checks?
Aguilar's in his room still, so he's not around.
Sure. Perception.
Anyone who is like just watching out the windows and stuff.
Soren is trusting his party to keep eyes out while he tries to get a further handle on his new power.
Okay.
That's basically first it was distressingly long baths. Now it's just distressingly long times with the ring of water that's around his waist, if it's still there by this time.
It is.
Okay, so yeah, he's still practicing with that to get better with it.
It's 2 21s and a 25.
Solid.
So, Vani, you're the first to see it. After that, Renslaw and Morrigan. But the three of you notice something moving in the clouds above the mountains. And at first you can't really tell what it is because it's very fast moving, but it's not moving through wings. It's not moving through anything else. It seems to be propelling itself through the air of its own volition with these large circles of orange fire. No, sorry, it'd be gravitational energy. As you would spot a ch-ldr-n dropship scouting over the mountains.
These bitches ain't give up yet.
No, why would they?
What have you been left by now?
these guys hold more grudges than the dwarves.
And as you guys are flying in the area, you would notice the dropship stops moving and then begins to rotate around as if it's searching. Because of your high perception checks, you have a chance to react. What do you do?
Question.
What's up?
If I cast flesh to stone on it in reverse, can I turn their ship to flesh?
No, sadly.
Just a flying flesh ball, just like
No.
Oh no.
And it crashes on the ground with just a
Splat.
Not how it works. You guys have an opportunity to fly back down to the ground level if you want to do that.
You're not going to let this
Shad.
happen, Shad? What happened to Rule of Cool?
Oh, he desperately wants us to go the long way around. He's like, no.
You could
D&D
also
the long way.
you could also attempt evasive maneuvers, but these guys are tracking.
Because they got bullshit. Like, we don't need magic to know exactly where you are, so all that
That's
cool
what it
stuff that may be undetectable is bullshit.
At any rate, what do you guys want to do?
Is the ship considered a monster or a creature?
It is a vehicle.
Alright, who has anti-vehicle?
I didn't think it wouldn't do jack shit. I'd probably cast Disintegrate on it. We just keep going. But knowing Shad, we will land.
Is that what everyone wants to do?
Yeah.
I got no say in this. Agathon's depressed in his room.
Yeah, we can't do anything against ch-ldr-n. We
Soren,
really can't.
Yeah, and Soren is practicing in his room, so.
We gotta get anti-ch-ldr-n armor put on the ship, which is basically just gonna be a bunch of cardboard boxes that say
All right.
Gundam on the side.
All right,
Gonna
so
turn the card into a gunpla.
you guys quickly fly down and land. And as you do so, you would notice that the ship continues to rotate for a few minutes before it goes back to simply drifting rapidly left and right along the Alps.
We could. What would they least expect? We could always hit.
Well, Morgan, I'll give you this for free because you're used to being hunted. You would know that if you were to basically hide out in an area for a particular amount of time, they might give up and go search elsewhere.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, but it's
Of course, you could also, you know...
Do that over there?
Yeah, there's that over there.
What's
Yeah.
that over there? Oh,
It's-
it
we're
is.
already,
It is a hidden
we're
facility.
already here.
I
We can hide out in the
suppose.
forest.
Suppose we'll go poke a body. Maybe
Well-
we can find him and drown his unused clone in the Crystal Lake.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's a form of therapy.
you
I
guys are about
forget what
to,
it's called.
you guys are about to fucking Office Space this man's clone.
What if we killed the clone but we took the body with us and we animated it and just had him get like murked by himself? It's like, guess what? You're getting killed by your own narcissism. Bam, bam, blap.
Hey, Belly, what's
Stop killing yourself. Stop killing yourself.
Stop killing yourself.
Anyway,
No, it'll be perfect. We have a perfect thing for Cecil.
anyway.
Gross.
Oh my god, no! Man, I know you're right. You're right. Oh, you're right about
Whatever
it.
gets you off of my ass, throw a body at him.
Quick
So-
note, Shad.
What's up?
If I wanted to just retroactively sell one of my magic items in Thurbolder before we left,
Depends on the magic item.
it's varied on if I sell this item and then I take the money and I mush it into making my caravan better. Is that a thing that can happen?
No.
Well, then I will hold on to it.
Okay. You can do that later.
Okay. Later, Bader.
Yes. Anyway, so yeah, you guys set your cart back down. You know that ch-ldr-n's still hunting you. What do you guys want to do?
Onto the woods, I suppose.
Is that what everyone else is okay with?
No one's here.
I'm ready.
We
Depression.
we have no choice.
Here's what I imagine. Morgan is up early, in the living room. As we reach this point, she's the one who's like gotten us back on the ground and is like, let's take a look at the old star map. Looks like this weird mark is clone number 1. Okay.
Francois did see it as well, if Francois has any comment.
Not particularly.
Not particularly. Okay.
Shit sucks.
Just impatient.
And then there's Vani as
Annoyed.
well.
Bonnie's outside of her workshop. Impossible.
She's eating breakfast.
Outside of her workshop. Impossible.
I don't have to be outside my workshop. I have plenty of food.
Her breakfast goes on the floor before she eats it, just like her tools.
I like the idea that Vani has found a system of getting as many of the servants to go get her food at the same time to make as much of a mess as possible before they get back.
Well, here's the thing. Vonnie doesn't need the servants. She can survive off the good berries.
No, that's not what I mean. As the servants will continually clean the room you make a mess of, sending them to get you food occupies them for a short time.
Okay. So yeah, you guys chart the star map and you begin to make your way towards the other facility. Agathar,
Hi.
you sense the cart is no longer flying. What do you do?
He remains depressed.
Damn it.
He's too busy head and bosom of wife.
It's like, I am
He
now
is sad.
depressed but closer to the ground.
He is
You are-
on the ground.
Husband, you will make my chest for Matt if you continue.
She has leather on. Don't worry about it. It's water resistant.
Leather, just like me, for real, for real.
Leather, I barely know her.
Weeps.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys continue to make your way up and up and up. And eventually, you arrive at your destination one day later, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to do or say or talk to any of your myriad of NPCs about what's going to happen.
No, I'm just gonna roll my normal things.
Yeah, do it.
Here, let me
That's
do a wisdom
one.
save to see if he even.
Do I get any
fucking-
more wisdom checks for my shit?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, those are probably the best rolls that I've had for these two things.
Go ahead and ping me what two things you're building specifically. You might be finishing them. An 11? You have control over your ring of water. You can now dispel it, or you can keep it.
But when I dispel it, does it just fall to the floor in a wet puddle?
You'll have to dispel it to find out. Smile.
Okay. He's
Fuck
going
around and
to
find
he's
out.
going to go ahead and dispel it.
All right, you dispel it. It splops onto the floor.
Goes, oh, finally, my thoughts are hidden again.
The water feels sad all of a sudden.
But he will also, if it's my turn to suggest something.
Go for it.
Has Agathar come out of his room yet?
Nope.
Or is he still?
Because I made my wisdom save, I think he finally emerges from his cart to like shuffle his way to get something to eat, since he probably hasn't eaten in almost a day.
No, he's eating.
Funky.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
You've been getting
Not
baby
a-
birded by a squirrel girl.
That's true. Not a full meal.
She-
He was mostly picking.
She gives you her ration, which is 2 spoonfuls of food and a couple dewdrops.
Beautiful.
You
Yeah.
drops.
So Soren actually has two people he wants to talk to, but Agathar is the first one because he hasn't been outside of his room almost all of yesterday, and he's probably going to come out the same time that Agathar does, and he is sans water ring this time.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks down at Agathar. Does Agathar look like he's sad?
He looks he looks not good. He's not wearing his hat. His like robes are like definitely like creased because he's just been laying in like one spot for almost a day. And you know, you could tell that is crying and like has been on and off sleeping. So he does not look okay, as he just kind of looks at you, seemingly like he was kind of maybe ready to head to your direction.
Yeah, the Soren's just gonna kind of like just scoop him up on and just hold him close and just be like, "I know that look, Muffin. Are you all right?
I'm really messed up.
Oh, what's wrong?"
Morgan fucking hates me.
He's been crying about it for the better part of a day and a half.
They hate me. It messed everything up.
Soren, this kind of like strikes Soren, and Agathar will probably catch it, and the samurai will just kind of smile and just be like, "You should probably talk with her, I think."
She doesn't want to talk to me.
Well,
She can't even look at me.
the smile disappears and he just thinks about it for a second. He goes, "I don't know what transpired between the two of you to make you come to this conclusion, um, but you should probably really talk to her."
I mean, he just sighs.
I mean, not right now, of course. You need to.
Yeah.
I think you need to collect yourself with some nice breakfast, right?
Yeah, I need some honey bun. And he just like leans his face into his shoulder.
Well, I'm sure you had. I'm sure you had squirrel, the nice squirrel, keeping you company all this time. But I'm more than willing to. You know, I'm more than willing to be with you.
Yeah.
And he starts walking down the stairs to the dinner table, or to the
He's
to the dinner
just
table.
fully limp like a plush in his arms. He's just like leaning forward more into him.
It's like, let's get some food into you, right?
It this is really hit me harder than I was thinking. It's been a while since I've been this sad, and I didn't think it was gonna hit me like this.
I know what that's like, and sometimes you need some help to get through it. If you ever need mine, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I think I need yours right now.
All right.
I should be more contributing right now.
What you should be doing is resting if that's what you need. But Indy arrives at the dinner table and just sits down with Agathar still against him
Mm-hmm.
and gets him some breakfast.
Yeah, I was just sleeping enough. It's not good for the body to remain stagnant for too long.
No, it ain't. That's one of the first things that me old master taught me. Muscles tend to get a little bit, and they tend to erode a little bit. If that was her way of saying it.
Mm-hmm. He just like kind of like looks up and just places his chin on his shoulder, and it just lets out a big big breath as he just melts into Soren's grasp, clearly helping. Yeah, and he just like opens his eye, like bloodshot. He says, "No, your breathing technique really helped. Is probably the reason I didn't freak out at that dinner table."
Oh, I'm glad it did. I felt like I wasn't too good at portraying how you're supposed to do it.
Well, whatever I did really helped. I never felt so relaxed and focused before. It was weird, but I really used it.
Oh, gods, it's weird. Tell me about it. Uh, you should have seen me before I learned it. I don't think I was ever that troubled before that point to find myself in that state of calm and focus. But after the first time, it felt amazing every time after it. It's just a little adjustment period to be away from overactive arsehole to calm and attentive student. He says with a smile.
Mhm.
It's quite the change.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine you being mean. Well, being an asshole.
Well, you met me at a good point in me life then.
Yeah.
But how about we get some food in you, huh?
Sure. As she's always been feeding me, but I could use for a good full meal.
And then Soren will like pat Agathar's head and say, "You want to sit in me lap while you eat?"
He nods.
All right. And he softly picks him up and sets him down in his lap. And is breakfast already there at the table, or do we have to go get it?
I'm going to be entirely honest with you. Mori hasn't cooked a thing since she's been back.
Has Renswag been cooking anything, or Amalia, or Eloise?
Or Anna. Or Anna.
Eloise has.
Yeah.
It's been Eloise, Anna, and Lana.
I imagine it's
And
pretty much the
Eloise.
same of what Mori would cook, but not as good.
Hey. Eloise knows how to cook.
Roll it.
Sort of.
Roll it? Fine. Fuck you, I will roll it.
That one, come on, that one.
It's pretty good.
No, roll it openly.
Roll it openly? Okay, fine. That's one less than what I actually rolled. With her bonuses, that's like a 15.
Just mid.
15 isn't mid, 10 is mid. 15 is actually pretty good. All right.
What stat are you using to cook with?
Wisdom. Same stat you would normally cook with.
I'm pretty sure you use.
I think cooking is a wisdom thing for sure.
Yeah.
Why is her wisdom
Perception,
so high?
survival.
She's a wizard and a witch.
I know, right?
Why do you think they're called wizards? The wizard.
You shut your mouth.
The
all
only
right,
reason why
then
they
I
use int is for baking, because that's
Like I said, I will stick to what I said. Her food's pretty good. It's just not as good as Mori's.
So competitive. I also forgot she has this. She has guidance. So look, that's actually a 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see how it is. She needs magic to make her food taste decent. She's over here sprinkling MSG on the food like, oh god, oh god.
Oh my god.
They'll never know, they'll never know.
The sugar makes things taste better, right?
Oh my gosh.
Pour sugar on the eggs.
At any rate.
You add salt to the cookies, right? Salt's the main ingredient.
Oh my gosh, it's not even that bad.
I know how to make tea, and that's it.
But Soren's gonna sit. No, if the breakfast isn't already there on the table, then Soren's actually gonna go to the kitchen with Agathar and get them both a plate, and then he'll and then he'll sit down with Agathar at his lap with the two plates right in front of him.
Yeah, Agathar's long tail has just wrapped itself around Soren.
All right. So, as you guys make your way forward, Agathar, you have been informed. You no one else has been informed of the route change.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one who knows about it. I think maybe Renswa saw me do it and was just like, eh.
I think Renslaw is just impatient.
No one
Pretty
has said a
much,
word.
yes.
Mori has changed our destination because ch-ldr-n exists.
I think is Renswa out and about, or is she in her room?
What time is it?
Morning time.
Morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd probably be out and about.
But it's her candle out.
What?
It's song reference. Sorry about it.
Does she look pretty impatient?
Yes. She is in the living room pacing.
Neatal is sitting nearby, just kind of like watching her pace. Not interrupting, just watching.
I don't think Agatha has an ad space to really talk about it. I think he just like watches her also. And I think since you did point out that he felt the cart jut,
yeah,
he's gonna look at her and says, "Did we land early? I thought we would be in the air for a little bit longer, or at least a day or so longer." He rubs his eye.
She will pause in her pacing and just kind of, there's a small flare of the nostrils, and she's just like, that was supposed to be the plan, and then Caligan, being Caligan, made that plan a moot point.
Of course, they're patrolling the skies with their stupid ship.
Then you hear Morrigan's voice, and I changed our direction. Her hand erupts from a couple of pillows from the corner with a bottle in hand.
It like kind of jumps a little bit and looks over in her direction.
She kind of like rises from the dead, and her cheeks flush like dark green, with her nose a darker green. I'm going to the clone place.
How much have you drank, Maury?
Yes.
She narrows her eyes at you. She gets up, and you hear a couple of bottles clatter from underneath the pillows. More than one.
Agatha looks away, starting to feel even more guilt.
He fed me some bottles in the background. They were tasty.
You were supposed to be an accomplice. She throws like a half full bottle at the slime.
Well, thank you. Eats it.
Oh, that's right. I threw them at you. I thought.
Okay, so how much of the wine is actually water?
Huh?
Is it something that I could use shape water on?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, he's going to try to. Let's see, the water. You can cause water to form simple shapes. Is he able to make the water, the liquid inside of the bottle, like freeze in midair and then come towards him? Or is that something that they can't do?
Not with your early level of trading with it, no.
Yeah, because one of them is you can cause water to form into simple shapes and animate it your direction.
Yeah,
so...
you can technically do both, but not like one after the other, and certainly not on an object that's flying through space.
You instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of water as you direct, up to 5 feet in any direction.
Yeah, like I said, you can do that, but not like as a reaction, pretty much.
Okay, that's fair.
There's just like a bottle jutting out of Amalia's like eye. It's just like yum.
It gets slurped in.
Like the opening of the bottle's like inside her eye, and it's just like draining. It's like yummy.
I don't know. I purchased that slime as a garbage disposal when I knew if I had known we would get the big dumb one.
She's gonna skitter along the roof to your bottle pile and slowly drop down to begin feasting.
I shake her, like I wrestle around looking for my staff, and I grab a broom to like whisk her off. It's like, no, some of those still have some inside.
Oh, okay, I'll take just the empty ones.
I think you've had plenty.
I don't know that.
I can see it, Maury.
I can
But
smell it.
Huffs. So sorry if I offend.
You don't offend as much as you worry.
You worry. I don't worry. Wobbles and then falls on her butt on one of these pillows.
You're right, I do worry.
Mori, as long as I've known you, you've done nothing but worry.
Well, rejoice, there's no more here.
The Soren's just like stroking Agathar's head at this.
He's like, you can hear like a little bit of a whimper as he can't even bother. He can't bring himself to look at her.
Grumpy face. She kind of like gets up and toddles towards the stairs.
Do you need help making it up?
No, falls. Yes.
Rensois will sigh and make her way to the stairs. All right, come on, you. Let's get you to bed.
You help her up as you start walking up the stairs. Like, oh, hello, beautiful stranger.
Hello. I don't think you're going to remember this, but on the off
No.
chance you do, don't come crying to me about the hangover.
She's kind of like does a sort of like raspberries. Who cares?
Yeah, you say that now.
You'll
Future
make
you,
it.
however, is definitely going to care.
Wouldn't be the first time future me has dealt with head pains. But present me is fine. You get her to her door. She's like, can I invite you in for a little bubbly?
I think, do you even have any bubbly left?
I have so many. I have a whole stash. I barely break into it.
Really breaking it out today, huh?
Yeah, no, it feels good. You should have some with a smile on your face. No?
A glass.
I know I break you. You go into a room, it's disheveled. There are some things that are just knocked down. The veil that normally hangs around her bed is just like torn down on one side and kind of hangs over the bed. You see her kind of like move over to a chest. Like kind of like no, not really a chest, more like a big it's the one that's like with the big doors that pull out, but it's not a closet. What is it called?
A boudoir?
A boudoir. She pulls it open and pushes some clothing and things
armoire.
aside.
Armoire.
An armoire.
Boudoir is a room.
Right, forgive. So she like
I'm the one that
swings.
suggested it.
She swings the clothing aside. You see her ruffle through, and you hear like the clinking of bottles, and she pulls something out and squints at it. No. Puts it aside, reaches back in, and pulls another one out. Oh, I remember getting this one. Very good year, huh? And she kind of goes, like, turns around a little bit, stumbles, before she, like, chomps her fang into one of these, like, the cork, and then rip, pulls it off as it kind of bubbles and fizzes outwards with a...
Boom.
Oh. All right. I'm sure I still have clean glasses. I gave up using those sometime during the night and went right for the mouth of the bottle. And she grabs a set of glasses and messily pours you and her a glass. Sorry, hands are jittery. She leans into like whispers, like nervous.
Renslaw is just going to kind of snort a bit and kind of start patting down some of Morgan's hair, like just trying to get it to lay flat. Just, you are an absolute mess right now.
You should have seen me before I was drinking.
Well, you haven't exactly been keen to show your face.
It's just like this flash of a moment of this dopey, drunken face of hers kind of sallows almost. What's the word? Sobers for a moment before she grabs her glass. Yes. 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 Not much to see. And she swallows like half the glass in a go. Hmm.
Not even so much as a cheers.
Oh, I wasn't sure if we were celebrating. You, I think she kind of like leans over and tips the bit of her glass towards yours with a little beep.
She said, I am what?
She leans over and tips like the edge of her glass to like clink against yours, and she says beep before leaning back, almost wobbly.
Drunk Morgan is somewhat adorable.
She really is, though.
And it's been hard to show all of this. She kind of like does a half strut and like lifting her chin. No one wants to see it.
She looks around. Do you mean your messy room?
Huh? What room? Huh? Mess? No, me. You won't be here right now. He pokes with a little sour, and off you go. Off, off, off. Has more of her drink. Not mine.
We do want you around, Morgan.
Oh. So, I mean, Soren, I love Soren. So he does. I spend time with him. Big hug. It's very sweet. Boy.
He is very sweet.
It's like Tipper taps her little fingers on the glass. What about moseying on up, knocking on your door, and then the drinking started. And then nom, nom, nom. She just like takes the empty glass up to her lips. Courage. Here we are.
A little liquid courage.
No, there's a lot of it.
A lot of.
You've
I
got
was
it.
going to say.
She kind of like laughs. She kind of holds her sides.
I mean, especially at your size, it doesn't take much to be more than a little.
No. Usually just one bottle and I am over myself.
And how many did you have, realistically?
She looks at her hands and starts like counting on fingers. It would take my boots off, but I don't want to. You're pretty.
She'll blush a little bit. Thank you. And she will once again attempt futilely to try and mat down some of Morgan's hair.
It's in vain. She's naturally very curly, and when it's untamed and unwashed, it just immediately starts to like go full ginger. Despite being like this blackened color, you know what her real hair color is.
So, if you're talking with Soren, what did you need a bit of courage for?
I don't know. She kind of like wavers her hands. Talk you a little bit wanted. And then I sat sad. Drank lots of bubbles. I don't feel so sad. I don't feel so numb. I think I booped my foot on one of the tables and I didn't feel it. I flipped over into all of the covers and pillows in the corner and I was like, oh, it's so soft. And then I fell asleep there, I think. And everyone was loud.
You always could have talked to me.
Oh. Oh, I'm not good at that. Why you think I'm good at talking?
No.
Unless it's being mean. I stumble like new horse. Fresh out of the other horse. Wibbly. He's never good at talking.
And nor was I.
I liked that. We could be awkward together. She kind of wobbles back and forth. Oh, how good that felt.
It was nice. Not worrying about being judged about having to say the right thing or...
You think you were being judged? I was constantly worried. How's Mori gonna blow this one? Boom! Countrywide explosion. She just starts weeping into her hands.
She's just over there. She stands there kind of awkwardly at first at the... blinking at the jarring of... What you were saying, like, she went from laughing to, like...
Openly sobbing. I bet it didn't catch.
Yes.
I did a whole thing and it was just like, yeah, cut right out. Of course. I don't get cool moments. My microphone hates me.
No, it mostly caught. I just couldn't tell if it was like...
Yeah, no, she went from like joyful laughter
so hard
to like
that she was crying or just
no,
crying.
it went from laughing to sobbing.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll stand there kind of blinking at the emotional whiplash and then just kind of move behind her and start kind of gently rubbing the small of her back. And you're trying to make up for that.
What does it matter if I make up for everything? I still don't get you back.
You didn't really try.
Who would want this back?
I fought for you, didn't I? Stepped within your psyche to come see you, the true you. No, I was hurt. She'll kind of sit on like the edge of the bed, kind of idly like running the fabric where it's still hanging down, just kind of between her fingers. No, it was. It just felt like I wasn't enough. You know, I thought we had talked and thought we had some understanding of, you know, we'd find vengeance, but we'd find it against the people who deserved it. We'd find another way, and then you just left me. You just left me here all alone. No goodbye, no I'm sorry, just gone.
I am a coward. Always been a coward. I. Oof. Couldn't. I did something unforgivable and was ready to just let go of everything. Because I was angry. So convinced I had to do this. That was the only way. But
It wasn't. Never was.
no. I know now. But now is way, way too late. Now, isn't it? Just keep making one bad choice after the other. Over and over. And I see if the answers to my problems are at the bottoms of any of these bottles. But Just discolored glass. And I just find myself more sad or numb. I'm
That's
sorry.
typically how it works.
Yeah, I once or twice before. But the numb moments are nice for the short time they last. Sorry, I said mean things to Ni at all. Now it seems one of my worst moments was some puppet trick by some none else willing and wanting to twist my future. I don't know what I'm to do next.
Well, I can't decide that for you. It's your life. What I can say, and she will kind of turn and slide her way a bit off the bed and kind of to her knees to get a bit closer to eye level.
Her face is just kind of like got that sheen of tears down her cheeks.
Is that for as much as you say that you're a coward, and that you've always been one, the thing that I've always seen is how brave and determined you were. Right or not, you strove to do whatever it is that you set your mind towards unerringly. So, I'm of the mind that if you put your mind to fighting to claw back what you had before, and give it your all, I think you'll find that your family won't be fighting back so much as you fear them.
Sorry, could you say again? You broke up.
Yeah.
You said if you are willing to fight and claw back for what you had before.
If you are willing to fight and claw back for what you had before, then I think you'll find that your family isn't so opposed to it as you seem to fear that they are. Because when you put your mind to something, Morgan, you always seem to find a way to make it happen against all odds.
And kind of stares back at you with these like amber gold eyes. And she sniffles.
It's one of the things I love about you.
Her little lip quivers. Hello. She kind of like leans forward like she's gonna try and kiss you before she just face first into the floor.
Well, let me see if I'm... She's fast enough to catch you before you face plant.
You grab her and she's like semi-conscious at this point. Very fast.
Rabbit reflexes.
I know them well.
All right. Upsy daisies. She will. She will,
We both hit the ground.
yeah.
Whoomp.
It is a lot harder to lift halfling when they are full ragdoll dead weighting than she initially surmised.
You drop her onto the bed, and she's like, you just flop a little bit over her. And it's like, don't hate me.
No, Morgan, I don't hate.
That's good.
She gives a kind of soft chuckle, though you may hate yourself when you wake up with the worst hangover of your life.
Oh, I beat you to it. They hate me now.
Well, don't.
It's this like sort of dreamy look on her face as her eyes kind of like are like barely slits before they shut, and you set her down. It's like, I love you, and so
I know. I know, Maury. I love you too.
she's out like a light.
And she'll kind of sit there for a bit, kind of watching her breathing slow. Kind of she'll wipe a bit at the tear tracks off of her face. And she'll gently remove herself from the bed. Kind of look to where the sheer is kind of draped down, and she'll hang it back up. And make her way back towards the door, opening it with a soft click.
The door was already open.
Meh.
Everyone's there staring in.
No.
Yeah, she'll open the door back and kind of take one look back into the room. The first and hardest step that you're going to find is remembering how to love yourself. And she will stare for a moment or two longer before stepping out the door and closing it behind her with a soft click.
Francois,
Yeah.
as you do so, roll for me a perception. Okay. You simply close the door behind you. That is where the scene ends. You make your way back to the living room area, and as you kind of like look around it, Agathar, then Soren, Amalia in the corner eating bottles.
Agathar's face is fully in Soren's chest at this point.
It's a sweet scene, but Neotal isn't there.
Swallow will kind of just throw herself to the couch.
All right. And that is that. Time passes, and the cart comes to a stop at the supposed location of this clone facility.
Cloning.
This compound.
I was about to say, like, there are so many Lucases just fucking around. The whole place is guarded by Lucases.
Oh dear lord, that'd be horrifying.
My God.
None of them have any
Wait.
powers. They're all just like dressed up as different like workers.
They all have knives.
They pull
I
out
have a dagger and I
shivs.
know how to use it.
No, it's just that one fucking vault from Fallout of
It's
the
Gary!
Lucas!
Lucas.
Lucas.
We just roll up and there's
Fuck out of here.
there's a line of 30 Lucas clones and they all cast 9th level magic missile.
No. What makes it funny is if they're not like magical at all. They're empty shells. They just happen to know their name.
They all have knives.
All right. Well, as you guys make your way to this area, you see that you are inside of a large patch of forest. And you kind of like, well, what do you guys do? You step outside?
This is like the day after.
Roughly, yes. You have a massive fuck off hangover.
Yeah, I got coffee.
You have an exhaustion level.
You have an exhaustion level.
Mm.
Wouldn't it be poisoned, Shad?
No, you're no longer under the poisoned condition. You're exhausted from your hangover.
You're exhausted from my hangover. Yeah, she just has like the same like shitty person look that she always does. Only now it's because of a hangover. And though she's like, she seems to be like have her coffee bottle and is just chugging what she knows to be a common cure-all, which is just this nasty bitter coffee mixture.
And as you guys are convening in the room, in the living room again, B team is there, the Cinders are there, Amalia is there, so on and so forth. All of your team is there. Eloise is gonna look over to Agathar and say, me and my crew can guard the cart while you guys go into the compound.
I hope y'all can see what I rolled for my portent today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we can see it.
looks
I did
spicy.
Something's getting its head chopped off. Let me just let you know right now.
Did we agree that worked that way?
Yes.
I thought
That is when
Okay.
I thought it was the opposite.
No, we agreed
Yeah.
that is how it works.
Okay.
that's
I
what
was
that is
making
essentially what a portent is I'm taking a D20, I'm choosing what number it is, and I'm handing it to you. It's like that's what you rolled.
Which is fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
I
Agatha
mean,
looks slightly
but
better.
The Vorpal thing just says that when a nat 20 is rolled, so
Yeah. We also agreed that Grave Domain clerics cannot counter that, so
Well, I mean, you
Yeah.
can't counter the Vorpal effect. You counter the critical effect, though.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're getting hit by if you're getting crit on by a vorpal weapon, you're still getting your head chopped off, but you'll minus the damage.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't state it does any damage. It just lopped the head off.
If it can be. Yep.
Mhm.
if it can't be, then it's like a bunch of extra D6s, D8s.
D8s. I think it's D8s.
Uh,
But yeah, Agathar looks slightly better. But he just nods. That would be appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah,
we
can guard it.
I don't expect this to take too long, but you know, with our luck.
Oh, I understand.
I could spend I can spend the appropriate time and I can scout ahead if that's something that we should do. It's probably not a bad idea. Get a lay of the land.
No. This place is probably covered in some kind of enchantment. If you get caught by something, it'll be you fighting us.
Yeah.
We stick together.
He nods.
Well, while we're trying to deal with that, I'm already attuned to this. Here's a new item, everyone.
Uh-huh.
Attuned to it.
What is it?
Let me try
Does
to
it
grab it.
does it alleviate dehydration?
Does it remove hangover?
I mean, yeah,
No.
some. I don't want it. I haven't heard what it is. Maybe I want it. What is it?
does it then hang under?
Enters a fairy fire? What the? While attuned, immune to the fairy fire spell on activation.
Allow me to introduce a concept that I threw to Shad, a group attunement item.
So the way I'm
And-
going to have these items function is since they require multiple creatures to attune to them, you guys as a group have one group attunement item. This does not
Interesting.
count against your actual attunement.
1 million charges?
No, 1 minute per charge. 60 charges.
61 million charges.
So, oh, okay, I see. So while
million charges.
Yeah.
while, can you explain it?
So at base level, it acts as a regular lantern, and as general attunement, we are immune to the fairy fire spell. On activation, for an hour, or we could break it down to minutes, any creatures that are not attuned to this item, if they are within the dim light, disadvantage on stealth checks. Bright lights, they are instantly afflicted with fairy fire. There is no save.
Interesting.
It is so long as they are within the bright light, they are afflicted by fairy fire.
Okay.
How many days since we left the city?
2 days, I think.
I'll
been
yeah, three-ish days.
All right, I just need to roll something real quick. All right,
What are
that's
those?
how
for?
many charges? My staff.
Oh, okay.
Each dawn it gets 2d6 plus 2 charges.
Okay.
Well, if it's been 3 days, then was I gonna have extra? I need to do an extra roll.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Power back. Okay.
We're,
Another wisdom check for my thing.
we're moving along. We're moving along. We can do all that after session.
Move
Um,
along. I
okay.
can't get to.
Yeah. Agatha will attune to the item.
All
Or
right.
do a group,
We're-
use his
We
group
all,
attunement.
isn't it all of us we attune to it?
Yes, you
So,
all
yeah.
choose to attune to it.
Yeah, we might as well.
Interesting.
As long as it doesn't interfere with a regular attunement slots,
doesn't.
because if it does, okay, cool.
And-
Because if it did, then Soren doesn't
Like-
have any.
Like I
This
said, you guys as a group have one singular group
Mhm.
attunement slot.
I've never known such a device before. Well, one that requires many people to be grafted to it. One little spell effect. He looks it over. I would have given it better filigree.
I did with what I had, but it works.
This is the best thing I had on the floor at the time.
Well, I will. Are we still inside?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are still inside the cart.
She snaps her fingers and then mutters something under her breath. Rescind the order to keep that room clean. She then looks to Vani. I have done you a bone. You can now make a mess of that place if this is what you can do with your skills dampened.
Good.
Though, on the single condition you keep the mess inside that workshop.
Oh, everything will be contained in that room. Just don't,
I don't plan to leave it.
don't question about half of the things that are in there.
On. No foodstuffs either. Don't want ants.
Why do you
And that
think
is
I
how you
have-
get dance.
I made my own bag of good berries. I don't need food.
What is this, a workshop for ants?
Yeah, there's like this moment of incredulity. This is like, you've been eating good berries and I haven't been cooking.
Lonnie just blinks.
She like lifts her staff and points it at your chest and then gives you like a gentle poke. It's like, you need real food.
It is real food.
It is not eating magically conjured slop is not food. It is a survival tactic that you will stop.
No promises.
Well,
God, why does it feel like Valen is back? I suddenly feel homesick.
Well, they are related.
I get this.
Imagine dealing with both of them.
Agatha
I
shivers.
I welcome it, honestly. If it means having them both back, I welcome it.
Honestly, same.
Well, let's go tackle this
just
shit
like
show, shall we?
glares out the window at the compound as if it's the compound's fault.
well, you haven't found the compound yet.
Oh. She glares outside the window.
You can't glare out any of the windows. They're all stained glass. You have to open a window.
You can still glare out of them. You need to be able to see to glare out of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair. You can glare at the red and green and blue.
Yes.
She
They're
punches
pretty
the
red
window.
and blue.
Eyes narrow, fucking colors.
Fucking colors.
How dare! That's the name of the episode. Fucking colors.
All right, so
No, the name of the episode
Take
is
it
Bernie
way out of
Sanders.
context.
so you guys gather up your things. You make your way outside the cart, and you begin to look for the entrance to this compound. Would you guys be so kind as to each give me a perception or survival of your choice?
Aggie is gonna climb up the trees because this is a forest and he is just a jungle boy. So he's gonna get it.
Gonna be a jungle boy.
He's a
Gonna be
jungle boy.
jungle boy.
See, I'll do perception. That's my best one.
Survival. He's better at
Where's
survival.
my thingy? Where's my thing?
You bitch! I was gonna roll on a 17 and it's just like, no.
Just, you bitch! Wah!
I
All
was
right,
literally
then,
about to stop at a 17 and it just bounced against the corner
Morgan?
of the goddamn browser.
survival or
So-
perception of your choice?
She's looking around. Sure. I think I have something. No, that's protection from, not detect evil and good.
Eloise and co are staying in the cart.
Good.
They should.
Where they belong.
Yeah, they belong safe in our cart.
My cart. Perception
Aggro
it
cart,
is.
Thank you very much.
9. Last I heard, he gave the key to Eloise.
Yeah, and then
He
you
got
and
it
then-
back.
Yeah, and then you got it right back.
I don't recall. Oh wait, I'm rolling it. I'm rolling at disadvantage. My bad. I should roll one more time. Let's roll worse.
No.
That's a 9 and a 13.
Well, technically a 9
Well-
out of 14.
I'll go with the lower number.
Anyway, so yeah, Morgan, you ain't found shit. Soren, you're a little bit distracted by Agathar climbing up the tree. He's looking real cute climbing that tree.
Pretty typical.
Francois with a 17, you find a few tracks with your survival check. It looks as if there was like a heavy impact nearby, followed by footsteps leading away from it. And then Vani with a 26, you are able to also spot what looked to be what looks to be a clearing through the trees in the distance. That's following the same kind of like line of sight as Rensoir's footprints. If the two of you would like to follow that.
And Swal will kind of dip down to the dirt, kind of to look at the prints better.
All right. Roll for me.
This way.
Roll for me another survival check at advantage. 22?
22.
Right. With the 22, you can ascertain that these are boot print-like marks that have a heavy onset heel with a with like kind of like a little middle bit. It looks like the person who landed here was wearing fancy dress shoes.
Okay, so that answers my question of not ch-ldr-n.
And it also looks as if they landed here a few hours ago. Maybe like half a day. So whoever left these footprints might still be at the compound. You're not quite sure yet.
Tracks are fresh.
Tracks? What tracks? Kind of leans over and squints before her kind of holds her head before having another swig of black coffee. What is it?
Footprints. Within a day.
Is there anything distinct about the boot prints that scream Lucas? Is there a stupid monogram on the bottom with an L in it?
No, there is not.
It's like, I let bitches know wherever I go, it's me.
No, there is not.
Don't have anything of his to match his essence to, so
At the very least, it means that we know that we have the possibility of company. So, and she's going to stand upright, kind of keeping an eye on the tracks, and then she's going to plant her staff into the soil. As the head of the staff begins glowing with a dull purple light, the kind of little dangling crystals from it kind of beginning to lightly float, and she's going to pass without trace everybody.
All right.
Oh, good. Thank God.
You guys get a
Don't worry.
stealth bonus. Stealth
A
bonus.
plus 10, because I got disadvantage and my stealth already poop.
All right. Well, you guys begin to make your way forwards. If you guys want to approach stealthily, please make your stealth checks now.
Absolutely.
I'm wearing plate armor. I get disadvantage.
yeah, 16, baby.
33.
25.
15.
Woo, sword!
Sora and Agatha are over here disappearing.
Yeah,
I feel bad
it
doing
smells-
this.
Here's how I imagine everyone's really quiet, and then suddenly you just hear Morgan go, fuck! She slams her foot into some tree root and hops.
She really feels the last night's foot bump.
Oh God, what did I do to my foot?
Oh shit, and I'm also out of coffee.
How am I
Alright.
out of coffee and my infinite cup of coffee?
How am I out of coffee if this isn't the decanter of endless
Can't of
coffee?
endless coffee.
It's like, Morgan, you grabbed a normal coffee mug.
No!
My life is over. All right.
I hope- Whoever we're hiding from, I hope they find me and kill me. I would rather
Okay.
die than
Let
not
me
have
go
coffee.
first. I
So as you guys make your way through the forest, you eventually find yourself near a stone-hued construction. You see that the footprints kind of end right about here, and as you kind of make your way forward a bit further, you notice that there is no one nearby that's readily visible to you. And there are stairs leading up to a doorway right here.
I don't mean to interrupt, Shad. I gotta hop out for a second. I'll turn Discord on in the car. Give me a
That's
sec.
fine. That's fine. Anyway, so what do you guys want to do? You're free to
I guess
move
gonna
about.
go. Yeah, I guess gonna go to this tree and then get a sniper post going,
Okay.
Just to try to get an advantage to see if he can find anything out of the ordinary.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check at advantage from your height, from your viewpoint.
Right.
Soren is
So
also
checking out-
trying to listen.
One of these pillars.
16.
All right. Rensselaer, you may also make a perception check from where your pillar is.
Oh,
13 to 16. Okay. Soren, what are you doing?
Soren is trying to listen to see if he hears anything
Alright,
Because you can't see it
roll,
doesn't mean they're not there.
yeah, roll perception. This will be a
Time for me to
hearing
fail
based
another perception check. Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty
Hey, there you
good.
go.
And Vani, do you want to make any perception checks of your own? You see
Putting
Soren
those
is
radar
listening.
dishes to work.
You see Soren's listening, Agathar's sniper post observing Overwatch. Francois is also up against the pillar, looking around as well. What do you want to do?
Well, she was looking at the pillar.
Oh, you were looking. Oh, you're looking at the pillar. Oh, then roll an investigation check. That's my fault.
Bonnie's just gonna head towards the door.
Okay.
7.
A 7. These pillars right here have a script written upon them in a language you don't quite understand. And it looks as if actually wait, what languages do you know?
I don't know what language is this. No, I know Common, Draconic, Nolish, and Druidic.
Okay, this is not a language that you know, sadly. So you're it's kind of like unintelligible to you looking at it and trying to read it. Vani, you make your way forward. Soren, you do as well, and the two of you're able to go all the way up to the door with no issues.
I'm back. Sorry about
Let's
that.
see.
That's okay. Morgan, what did you want to do while everyone was scouting around?
Give me an idea. What are people doing when they're scouting?
Francois? Francois is looking at a pillar with some runes and words on it. Agathar's in a sniper perch. Soren is listening in with his ears and hasn't picked up anything yet. And Vani is walking right up to the front door.
Does Soren? I would say Soren probably catches Rens while looking at this and goes over to see if he can read the. Like as he's walking forward.
What languages do you know?
Common, Draconic, Dwarven, Nullish, and Heiho. I mean, I'm sure this is not Heiho.
Nope, it is not. None of those
Anything that he
languages
can read?
work.
Okay. He
Okay,
just kind of
come.
like shrugs.
Let's go.
No.
Let me have a look.
What languages do you read? Yeah, I'll check your character sheet.
You don't need to worry about that. I close my eyes tightly, and as I open, the third eye appears momentarily on my forehead, and I read all languages.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
The languages I know are yes.
Fair enough.
There goes my ability to see invisibility, but this counts.
Yeah, fair enough. I would say
Shad
can-
was like, I didn't have anything written for this.
No.
Shad, was
I'm
that
trying to accurately describe what it is you're able to read. Okay.
This made that quest, wasn't it?
No, it was not. You read what's on this pillar, and as you do so, you kind of like are able to parse together what looks to be like an old fairy tale. Something that would be told by Fae. A story about a young child lost in the Feywild that grew too strong for it and then left it.
Kind of like squints her eyes at this. Well, if this is the facility that Lucas is using, it was something else before he got here.
Yes. And I need to go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, well, I'll just roleplay with my friends.
You're a fuck you.
It's a story, some kind of fable, on the Fade descent. Doesn't surprise me, considering how close we are to the Crystal Lake. Though it is strange it is here and not on the other side.
The other side of the pillar?
In the Feywild. the Crystal Lake is a between. There are thin places in the veil between prime material and the Feywild within the lake. We passed through these woods and made them our home for a time before we moved south. I was still a girl.
So,
It's a story
Yes.
about a boy who was lost in the Feywild. He grew quite strong and eventually returns to the prime material. It's I suppose, a cautionary tale. It has I don't know. It isn't one I am familiar with.
do you suppose that maybe these runes once did lie on the other side and ended up over here because of how thin the veil
All right, I'm back.
is?
Maybe?
What
I
what
don't think so.
what I miss?
Maury was telling them about the story, about the Crystal Lake, and the thin piece, the thin veil between the Feywild and the prime material around the lake,
Okay. All right then.
and basically like what the story is and how she's unfamiliar with it.
Okay. If you would like, you may roll a history check, which I will roll for you.
I was gonna say, it's like, I'd love to, Shad. I'm not home.
I know you aren't. But you can always deny yourself rolling a history check on something. You could
I'm
pull
good. Roll it up.
You could pull a quest.
I suppose I have disadvantage though.
That is a 22.
Damn, that's with disadvantage too.
Mm-hmm.
I got a high modifier.
Yeah.
With a history check, you have heard tale of like it's one of the things of like in your in like your hungover haze, it doesn't register at first, but after a minute it's like, oh, wait a minute, I think I do recognize this story just a little bit.
Oh wait, no, I know this one.
You know that this story is detailing the appearance of a man by the name of Rodney.
Yeah, we get to kill Rodney the rat.
The rat slayer? Or keeper?
Rodney
rat.
the rat.
Yeah, Rodney the Rat King.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, basically, the story goes that Rodney, as a small child playing near the Crystal Lake, was snatched up by the Fae. And, well, he spent a good portion of his life there until he eventually escaped somehow. But of course, that is old lore. That is like rumors and superstitions. But it is something that kind of is given a little bit more credence with this particular totem of information in front of you.
Don't understand why he's a rat king. Those are horrible things, rat kings.
Who
Oh,
is to say?
Most people. Have you seen the rat king before?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Horrible. So, it is a story about this man who, by legend, roams the prime material now. Perhaps this ruin was made in devotion of the legend? Or is just a story depicted on this particular pillar and there are other stories written otherwhere?
Yeah, can Agatha
Soren
see
has-
what this? Oh, sorry, go for it.
Right,
Soren.
I was just gonna say Soren has kind of just a puzzled look on his face.
Wait, does she mention who it is? Or does she just
Oh.
say, oh, it's a guy?
I think, well, now that I know his name, it's like, yeah, Rodney Rat King.
And Rensla's just like, oh, I've met him.
Oh, okay, what?
Okay, what?
You've met a man old enough that he has carvings in old ruins. Just walking about. He's human? Elf? Probably elf. Elf?
I'm trying to remember that. The session was fucking ages ago.
Pretty sure he
what the
was
hell
human.
Wasn't he? I was gonna say, I think Rodney's human.
Yeah, he is human.
Ancient human man? Huge beard? Or like blue babe face?
Young.
I say youngish.
Okay, he's immortal.
Hmm.
Or stuck in phase.
Who's to say
Yes,
for sure?
It was.
I mean, you could try and kill him, and we would realize if he's like functionally immortal or just never ages.
No, he seemed like a sweet guy. We had. This was some time ago, but a group that I ended up with, we were tasked with a bar was having rat issues in the basement. We were tasked to get rid of them, and we were approached by one of Rodney's associates asking us to, rather than kill the rats, capture them alive and bring them to Rodney. He has basically an animal sanctuary for exclusively rats.
Well, that is something someone did. That's okay. Maybe finding this Rodney will have something to do with this whole relic. I don't know.
Well, while you guys are over here talking this up, Vani, what are you doing with the door? The door in front of you.
Blowing it open.
The door in front of you is a stone door that has no visible keyhole inside of it. Instead, it looks as if there is a small little slot in the middle of it that you could perhaps fit a coin inside of.
Bonnie's just like, God, you guys are so fucking slow.
Unfortunate. Let's see.
And meanwhile, Soren just still has a look of pondering on his face as he hears Morrigan talk.
The railgun and tentacles are fully deployed, sending Nagathos just in Overwatch right now.
You see the little eye motif above his head, indicating that he is in Overwatch.
He is alerted. Put a bucket over his head.
Dang it.
Does it look as if there's any wear around the door?
There is a bit of wear indicating that the door does slide upwards.
Soren moves forward to take take more point.
Vonnie will grab a coin from their coin purse and slide it into the slot. Let's see what happens.
What denomination?
A gold.
A gold? Okay.
You get a whole soda.
You slide the coin into the coin slot. You hear a ka-tink, ding, and then it clicks into place, and then you hear a as the door begins to just slowly just rack upwards until it
Door's
opens.
open.
Inside this door is what appears to be a large blank room with nothing else inside. Only one way in and one way out.
Got the door open. You coming?
There's nothing in there.
Taking a look inside. Is there anything else in there, or just empty?
It is just empty from what you can see.
Well, this place must be a dud then.
Well, I was having a thought. And he begins to like walk back over to Morgan and he says, "What are the odds that Lucas's compound might be in the Fey realm?"
Probably not impossible. I've seen archmages do ridiculous things that have no bearing on the current laws of magic, so why the fuck not? But I don't. But I don't think clones. I think clone spells require you to die on the same plane as the clone. So if it's on the Feywild, I suppose if it's there, he travels and spends enough time there to warrant having a clone there.
Well, I was just thinking because we have this story, we have the compound supposedly here, and this story of a child leaving the Feywild. It might just be completely unrelated too. It's just an idea I made, or an idea I had.
I mean, you guys want to go inside the room and maybe check it out?
Not yet. When we encountered the traveler dungeon, did we need their coin to get in?
Yes, you did.
Guys, this might be a traveler compound.
Okay, travelers.
Renswa like visibly pales slightly.
Well, we have a few of them in our caravan.
Maybe we
Yeah,
should put...
I'm sure they have plenty of coinage.
I just threw in a gold coin and the door opened.
Oh, don't go in there.
No, we should try using a traveler coin.
Well, how long do you wait?
How long does it take to go back to the cart and grab a coin from those freeloaders?
I think you guys already have some.
We definitely do.
No, we don't.
I don't have any in my inventory, but I'm pretty
No.
sure we still have.
No one has any coins.
No,
We're
we've
given
used
just
all our
the-
coins.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
just
right, because
given
they
the
burn
one.
up.
Yeah. We're given
Uh,
just enough to go into the dungeon. That's it.
Okay.
I can run back and try to get a coin from our traveler friends. This is definitely a traveler dungeon. I would feel better if we entered using one of their coins instead of not their coin.
After roughly a minute, the door closes.
As it's closing, Vonnie's just gonna reach into her bag, light some dynamite, and chuck it in. All right. Just
Oh my
using that as a
God.
marker.
I like your
All right.
gumption, girl.
You don't hear anything happen as the door closes and seals the room. There
And
is no
Soren is just
rumble, there is
grimacing.
no shake, there is nothing. Just silence.
Okay, let me run back, and then I'll be right back.
Oh, I tried something.
Agatha will reel his railgun back in, and then he'll hop out of this tree and then just skitter back towards the cart.
Alright, you skitter back to the cart easily enough. You rap-a-tap-pap on the door. Eloise opens up. Is everything okay?
Yes, we have a suspicion that the compound is in a traveler dungeon. Cinder, we need your assistance.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, do you happen? I mean, I don't want to. Don't want to assume. Do you have a coin on you of your kind?
What? Me? Have a coin from my people? No, would never have one of those. He says, rolling one across his knuckles.
Can his mage hand just kind of yoink it?
I mean, you try and mage hand yoink it. He just kind of like rolls it back onto his thumb and flicks it over to you.
He takes it with a soft smile. Thank you. I figured it would be rude of me to assume.
Yes, although there shouldn't be one of those this far up north.
Well, considering it might be under the control of Lucas, or maybe traveler aligned, allies of Lucas, I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it under wraps.
He shrugs. I don't think that we have ever had someone do that.
Yeah, but it's Lucas.
Hmm.
I'd
Perhaps.
rather be sure. The last time you went to a traveler dungeon, we needed a coin to enter.
Ah, better safe than sorry, no?
He nods. Thank you again.
Yeah, have another, just in case. And he'll flick another one to you.
Yep, he'll grab it, and then he'll skitter back to the group.
You know what? Just take all 100 at the end. Just take 100.
All right, you rush back, and what do you do with the coin? Do you run up to where Vani is to plug it in yourself?
Yeah, he'll run up to he'll pitter patter up to the group, and then he'll hold up a coin to Vani so she can put it in. Here you go. Hopefully this will work.
Think there'll be any traps as soon as the door opens?
It's better to assume, so I could put it in at ranged.
I should be fine, but just in case, as Vonnie reaches and grabs another
Yeah.
stick of dynamite.
Agatha skitters to Sora and just like climbs up his back.
All right. Do you open the door?
Yep. Door.
Soren's gonna actually go up there and
Opens up the door, lights the waits to light the dynamite till it reaches halfway.
All right.
Why are we lighting more dynamite?
As you slot the coin in, you hear the tick, 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 and instead of it slowly ratcheting up, the door jitters lightly, and then it shoots upwards. And Vani, make a dex save.
Oh yay!
It just throws the explosion back at you.
A Tui. Oh shit!
Hey, look at that!
Like a Matrix dodge.
You watch as the stick of dynamite you hurled in there is launched right past you, like you Matrix dodge underneath it. It launches right past you, over to about here where it explodes.
Well,
Francois
if
just
anybody-
glares at Vonnie. No more dynamite.
If anyone was following us or was here before us, they know we're here now.
He'll be fine. Puts the dynamite away.
How are you not deaf with those big spoon ears?
What?
Noted.
So yeah, you guys you guys are now staring inside of what looks to be a large nondescript room with just the doorway in and the doorway out, except this room has very notably a small button panel on the right-hand side, on the right-hand wall.
Ooh, buttons.
Oh
Well, at
god,
least-
Francois one of those people.
I can press buttons.
writing?
He's already there.
Francois is not. Shy night.
Is there writing?
There is no writing. There are only two buttons. One with an arrow up and one with an arrow down.
Fucker has an elevator.
What could this mean? Well, everyone.
I suppose so.
How would we go up?
Maybe this is all the way up. And then when you're down, you could go up.
One way to find
You're-
out is by
you're up.
pressing the up button.
You're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down.
All right. Well, so
It's a heck of a good drinking song.
are you guys entering the room?
I will, sure.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Sword is.
All right.
Yes.
All of you enter the room. The door, boom, slams down right behind you,
Figured.
and you hear a little of something powering on as fluorescent lights align the top of this stone box you're in, and you
It's
see
a Callaghan trap.
and you see the and you see the box panel on the right go boing and light up as you see only the button pointing down is lit up, but the one that is currently pointing up is not.
I press the one that goes up.
Nothing happens.
Well, that doesn't open the door.
It's the travelers. They would never make it that simple.
Well, Sundar gave me an extra coin just in case.
Kind of squints at the keys. Does this open the door? Maybe. Presses it again.
Pressing the up button again.
Yeah.
It
After
doesn't.
saying something dumb in traveler speak. Does
Nothing
this open
happens.
the door? Maybe.
Yeah,
Well-
nothing happens. Just click.
Reasoning with it doesn't work either. Presses the down button.
All right, you press the down button, and you guys feel a sharp, rising sensation in your gut as the whole thing just starts moving downwards silently. As I move you guys over to another map.
Someone has dislodged something in my brain. And it is...
Agatha reflexively deploys his gliders.
Are you guys, can you guys see on this map?
Yes.
Yeah, when I zoomed out all
Yeah,
the
same.
fucking way to find the not black portion.
Yeah, I'm
Same.
sorry about that. Let me put
I
fly over
desperately
there.
I desperately need like elevator music to be playing while we're in here.
Yes. You hear do 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 do.
No. In the video, the music bot.
Oh, the music bot. All right, give me just a second. Let me find that for you.
Yeah.
Let me find that for you.
Remember,
Yeah.
a 2-minute bit is worth it.
I'm also gonna add forgot to mention with the lanterns. There are 4 lanterns in this set.
So
we
we're
can-
all attuned to the same lantern, but a couple of us can carry it.
Yes, and when it is activated, it activates from all 4 lanterns.
Right.
So there's just like it's like the elevator music, but it's
All right, here you go.
it's just a recording
Perfect.
of a traveler like humming the tune.
Which take the elevator for example. For these, put one in each corner. The entire elevator will be lit up and bright. Activate it. The whole elevator is under fairy fire.
Wonderful.
So we can place fairy fire anywhere.
Huh.
Well, that's neat. Soren just says.
It's already
So-
pretty well lit in here.
And at the very end, the music stops, and you guys have entered the dungeon. You see there is a set of doors in front of you.
Oh no! Suddenly danger.
Yes.
Vonnie's gonna start moving forward.
Let's go.
Agatha pulls out his
All right.
shotgun.
So, you guys make your way forward, and give me just a second.
Some Metroid ass music. I love it.
And
great.
as you do so, the double doors in front of you open up and reveal a large ass fucking construct in the middle of the doorway. What do you do?
I hide behind Red
Question: is it immediately taking violent action towards us, or just kind of standing there?
It is looking at you guys, and I'm about to see if it will take violent action. Oh yeah, it's looking violent.
Look.
So, initiatives, everyone.
Fuck.
I just added an aura to show mine. Is it? Oh no, that's 10 feet, not 30.
Finally, a good initiative roll.
Oh, let's go, Soren.
Yep.
Oh boy, this thing has good initiative.
Good thing so do we. Holy shit.
I was being sarcastic when I said good initiative.
Yeah, it got 4.
All right
Which
then.
is good.
So, as this thing settles in to a defensive stance, it begins to charge up. Soren, what do you do?
Soren will jump to the side, grab Morgan, and try to like pull her out of the way of the doorway.
Okay.
Me.
That is if Morgan doesn't resist.
She is light.
Yeah, I don't think she will.
Oh, it's fine.
I mean, Soren has a strength of 7, or has a strength of +7, so I don't think she would be able to resist.
Not by much. She's got strength. She has a modifier, but not that big as modifier.
But yeah, he's going to stand there and he's gonna sit and wait because he doesn't know what this thing is. So he's going to hold action, and you can do a bonus action and hold action, right?
Yeah, sure. You can do a bonus action, then hold your action.
All right, for a bonus action, boom,
Okay.
getting into stance.
Agatha,
That
what
will
are you
be.
doing?
And he's holding action to attack it if it gets close enough.
All right then.
Agatha immediately just jumps out of the way. So he's just gonna go to the corner. He's gonna go like right here, and he's going to use a bonus action. I mean, the elevator is pretty fucking blank, so he can't really hide behind anything.
No, he can't.
Yeah. So he just uses his bonus action to change his appendages to ranged mode, and then he's just gonna hold his action because his scattergun is in slug mode. So
Okay.
when it makes hostile action, he's just gonna shoot it.
All right, Vani, what are you doing?
Is it taking up the entire hallway, or?
It is taking up the entire hallway. Yes. You see that there is some strange metals that you would consider to be doors on this side and this side of it.
That it started charging up?
Yes. It looks like it's settling into an aggressive stance.
Alright. Vani's moving into what Vani does best. Melee range.
All right.
And let's start swinging.
Go for it. Roll the hit.
There's one.
That hits.
There's
That hits.
2. No crits yet, so no fun little things.
And that is 20 damage.
Yep.
Right.
Nice.
20 damage dealt. Very nice indeed. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Renslot, what are you doing?
She sees like everyone like waiting, and then fucking Vani just decides to fucking Leroy Jenkins it.
Sounds about
She's
right.
like-
Well, Leroy Jenkins was a paladin.
She's like,
Damn it, you're not wrong.
God damn it, Vani. She's gonna hop in after, and is just gonna start laying down fucking punches.
I bet Agatha and Sword absolutely let her like, God damn it, Vani.
Alright, so we're going to.
They're probably like, damn it, at least Valen takes a moment to observe and get ready.
Yeah. Vani is absolutely just like, what you pussies are waiting for? Just enter the room.
Alright, so attack 1, attack 2.
Hit, miss.
First bonus action, free flurry of blows, 3 and 4.
Hit, miss, hit, miss.
Okay, so it's AC 17. Good to know.
We know the limit.
And then we will spend a key second bonus action for flurry of blows.
Yeah. Oh my
Good
god.
lord.
Hey, luck
Holy
point.
shit.
It's a luck point for you.
You rolled
Alright, well-
under an 8 that entire time.
24 damage dealt, though, is pretty good.
Holy shit. It should have been a lot more.
And you want to know something funny?
Fucking hell.
Oh, don't worry about that.
At 98 health left.
You want to know something
Don't worry
funny? I don't believe if we established this yet or not. I think your spores do not affect constructs, do they?
I wouldn't assume that they would.
Yeah.
It's not alive.
Yeah. So yeah, there are no stacks for you, sadly.
Constructs are because I would assume that the construct is, immune to necrotic damage, like most constructs.
Well, constructs are not necessarily immune to necrotic damage. It's just like this thing's not affected by mushroom growth. Okay, so that is your turn, Morgan. What are you doing? You got
They sprout
pushed out
on
the
it.
way?
It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
They might have like the slowdown.
It doesn't have light.
That's a tough one. I had an idea. I don't know if that's too much to do right out the gate. Yeah. She is... Well, what does this thing look like? Does it look like it's already taken a walloping, or is it like, ah, yes, please?
It looks like it's taken a walloping, but it's not even like falling apart yet. It's not even like it's showing the wear and tear of like the very strong attacks that have hit it for like 44 damage or something like that. But like it's still ticking. It's still going. It's not bloodied yet.
Okay. Then we save the spell slots. We hit it from the staff. Yes, fireball.
I mean, Renswa can avoid it.
Vonnie can eat it.
Oh man, I could do something horrible and you'd hate it, but I'm gonna save that. His abilities. No, not that. Jesus, I'm so sorry. This is taking longer than I expected.
It's all good. Soren, you're up next in combat after this thing.
Yeah.
How tall is this thing?
It's a large creature. It's about 10 feet tall.
10 feet tall.
Well, actually, no, wait. It's like 15-ish feet tall. 15, 16 feet tall.
I just think this will be silly. Morgan is gonna, like, after being moved, take a toddle this way so she can get eyes on it. Lift her staff, and with a twirl and slamming the butt of it into the ground, I'm going to cast Pass Wall.
Okay. Where are you putting it?
Underneath it. It doesn't really have, like, pass wall as I read it. A passage appears at a point you can see on wood, plaster, or stone surfaces, such as a wall, ceiling, or floor, within a range, lasts for the duration, up to an hour. Dimensions can be up to 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, 20 feet deep.
Okay,
And passage
so
creates...
what'll happen is if you put pass wall underneath it, you'll put a 20-foot passage beneath it. That's 8 by 5, and he'll fall into it a little bit, but he won't be sucked in entirely. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if he's sucked into his waist, he's sucked into his waist.
I mean, I'll like it won't be sucked into his waist because he's like he's a very big meaty boy, but it will have his movements.
I point my staff and I'll cast Reduce on him.
Reduce. Okay, con save, right?
I don't have that spell normally. Let me just look it up.
It is a con save.
Reduce.
It's on my character sheet. I'll look.
All right,
Pretty
roll
sure
it.
it's
Here, I'm just gonna fucking post it in.
Yeah, it is a con save, DC 20.
Yep, that is a failure for Biggins over here.
You hear the Mario getting hit by a Goomba sound as it shrinks.
It does less damage.
As he looks up at you with big face and goes,
Now he's at eye level.
all right, that's a minus
That's weird.
D4 to attack damage.
1d4 less damage. Hey, so.
And he no longer benefits from being big.
Yep, that is very fair. All right, then. Goes to his turn, correct?
Yep.
All right. You see him take a back step to here and then charge forward.
Opportunity attack?
No, there is no opportunity attack for this. It's an attack. As he charges through here, Vani, make me a Constitution saving throw as he slams into you and through you. That succeeds. You were not stunned.
Oh shit.
Oh, and since
Uh,
Morgan shrunk him, I can't take my held action.
However, you do take 8 bludgeoning damage. Oh, sorry. That should be reduced by a d4. Never mind. That is 4 bludgeoning damage. I
Nice.
rolled 4 on that.
Yeah! He's
Well,
like,
I mean,
I got you!
And
I mean, he
you
definitely-
then watch as his wings fold in front of him, and a small circle appears around him. And Morgan, Soren, and Vani, all 3 of you need to make me wisdom saving throws.
Soren, you get +4 because you're
Nice.
within.
Oh, it's a 19.
thank God.
Yeah.
You said wisdom.
22!
Wisdom saving throw.
18.
Nice.
All right. And as this circle sucks inwards, the 3 of you feel as if you need to destroy this monstrosity for at least a few seconds, and then you calm down, realize that's what he wants you to do is to melee attack him.
That's fine with me.
All right. Well, because he's shown hostile action and shown himself, Agathor's taking his reaction.
That's fine. Go ahead.
I have an idea. It's really silly.
19 will hit.
Okay. Jeez, 35 points of radiant damage. I rolled 3 9s and a 3. That wouldn't trigger sneak, right? Because he's currently not next to people.
No, it would not trigger sneak.
Okay. Yeah, but just this fucking just.
I will say the laser slug shooting into him from the side. Actually, hold on. Let me check your range real quick. Yeah, okay, you're in your medium range.
Yep.
You're in your short range.
Yeah, I'm in my range.
It blasts off a chunk of the wing as you recognize this thing. It eats the full radiant damage.
Mhm.
And you see that it starts to crumble as it is now bloodied. Soren.
All right. So Soren is maintaining a stance. Moving forward.
It is maintaining a
spending-
stance.
Sorry?
I said, yes, it is indeed maintaining a stance.
No, Soren is maintaining a stance.
Oh, okay.
And is spending that beautiful negative balance for Notorious stance.
Hey.
And he's just going to start wailing into this guy. Attack 1.
That hits.
All right, he's spending another balance to activate.
Now, I have to ask, this is Migi you're hitting with, right?
Yes.
And Migi is your Vorpal Blade, or is it Hidari who's your Vorpal Blade?
Migi is the Vorpal Blade.
Okay, Migi's the Vorpal Blade, Hidari's the other blade. Okay. Continue.
Yeah, Hidari is the resistant dropping blade. But
Okay.
he is spending another balance point to activate that, giving him advantage on all of his attacks until the end of next turn.
No, okay.
And well, he's actually hitting with both blades, so
You only hit with one at a time.
not a Notorious stance attack.
Well,
I roll well.
for the purposes of the effects from your weapon, you're only hitting with 1 quotation marks.
Lame. Okay. So he's gonna take one more attack because that's all he can do. 29.
Yep. Right blade, left blade.
Yep. Actually, he's got. Actually, no. He could get his third attack because he didn't spend a bonus action this round, did he?
No, he didn't.
So
Well, it would have to just be with the offhand. So
All right, so Migi,
What?
Hidari.
yeah, actually, what? I'd have to read the.
Agathar,
attack,
you're
but-
up on deck next.
Yep.
Yep. So hit,
Nice.
miss, or sorry, hit. All 3 hit. My
I was about
fault.
to say, like,
So 17 damage, 15 damage, and 17 damage.
All right. You would notice that Hidari's strikes seem to be getting resisted by this construct now, but Migi's strikes, no, they're not. So that is 17 is 16 is 8, 15 is 14 is 7, so that's 15, 32 damage.
All right, so Migi's cleaving clean through.
Hidari is, not Migi. Migi is meeting resistance.
Okay.
And that is turn. Agathar.
Alright. He moves up a little bit. About here. And then you see him just like cock the pump on the scattergun. You just see it. And his appendages are also now they're in normal range. He's gonna start off with a scattergun shot and then follow up with two needle strikes.
Oh man, Soren is on the other side of that boy.
Fuck.
14 is gonna miss.
And then he's gonna do the little. Where are my pendant strikes? There we go.
Bonnie, you're
gets
up
2
on
of
deck
these.
next. 21 hits.
2 on the hit, and then
18 will hit.
Okay, these do not trigger sneak. 7 points of piercing, and another 7 points of piercing.
All right, those are both reduced to 3 each because of the resistance.
Yep, tink tink. And then he. Damn, I don't have my bonus action. We'll do my bonus action. You can move on. I'll figure out what I want to do with my
All right.
bonus action.
Bonnie, what are you doing? Renspaw, you're up on deck next.
I was gonna move back into melee. And let's start hacking again. There's a 1.
That hits.
There's a 2.
That hits.
And a 3.
Sadly, no. No 3.
Add.
5 and 6. 5 and 6 is 11.
Gosh, just need to hide. Okay, so I'm not using my bonus action. I'm just gonna move.
All right. Renspaw, what are you doing? Unless, hey, Vine, do you have anything else you want to do for your bonus action?
Nope.
All right. Morgan, you're up on deck next. Renspaw, what are you doing?
We're punching it
right.
multiple times.
Go for it. This thing looks like it's on its last legs.
As we're just gonna run up to be flanking.
Can I make an insight?
Insight, what do you mean?
Something I thought of.
Life. First one for free.
With the 16 plus 2 because you're flanking?
Oh,
the
that's
16
true.
is plus 2. So yeah, that's an 18. It will hit. Also, you get a luck point. Don't forget that.
Yep. And spending the key for the other strikes.
Before you do that, just roll the damage on the
Make
first...
sure it's not dead.
Yes, like
Fair enough.
4.
4.
You hit 3 times. 5 is 9. That's enough. That's enough.
15.
Yep, that's enough. You
Okay.
basically in a flurry of blows, you pancake the remaining bits of this construct until it is fully destroyed.
And its parts kind of reshape bigger, just like
It goes.
but busted and dead.
Yes.
Mori looks at her staff and gives it a little hug.
She just rips one of the wings off and jams it through the chest.
Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah.
What
Anyway.
a woman.
Initiative is done.
Man, I really fucked up, didn't I?
Listen, you.
All right, so
God, I wish that was me. I mean, what?
Little
so you guys have 2 pathways you can choose to take. You want to take the upper path or the lower path.
Agathar exhales and just presses the button for the gun and just gulps up in half and then just a burst of steam comes out from the barrel as he just reloads it.
Reloads shotgun with malicious intent.
Yeah.
Soren's just kind of sitting there looking at it and being like, man, I wish I had one of those.
What?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, so up, down, left, right. Grab it.
Can Agatha inspect this construct?
Sure, you can.
He's a construct man himself, so he wants to see how this thing is constructed. For
I'm sure
Something of a
necromancer?
construct myself.
I'm something of a constructor myself.
I'm a bodybuilder, excuse me.
It really is.
Go ahead and roll a Arcana check. 14?
Damn it.
I'll say with a 14, you note that these constructs or that this construct in particular, like, it's the first one you've met. You don't know if there's going to be more or less of them. But what you do know is that this construct seems to have some kind of, like, magical adaptive. Its shell adapts a little bit to damaging effects. And that
Not fast
it
enough,
has
clearly.
Yeah, not fast enough, very clearly.
Little bitty Maharaga.
But it's one of those things of like you aren't able to get much off it because it's pretty much well destroyed. And
Could I
also
make a
Sorry,
Tinker's
not
check?
sorry.
and also it's not your forte. Morgan, you can make a Tinker's Tools check, sure.
Yeah, I don't work with stone.
At disadvantage, keep that in mind.
I work with bone, not
I
with
work
stone.
with cool material, like bones.
A 14 on your Tinker's Tools check, you get about the same information that Agathar does. Although,
Well,
I will say. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was looking to see, is this a current golem or a golem made around the same time this place was made?
It looks. Well, you don't
Looks
know
like
much
someone-
about Traveler technology. You don't really know much about this creation in general.
Does it match the environment?
It seems to match the environment. But the environment itself is very much not Traveler coded. Because, first of all, a thing that you would notice immediately is that there are no murals upon the walls that there were in a previous dungeon you visited.
So the travelers showed up and were like, this is a cool dungeon. Now it's ours. Slap a door on front.
He
Who's to
doesn't
say?
see
I
any.
do.
He doesn't see any magical battery on the inside, does he? Since it's cracked open like a fucking crab.
I would say that you would need to roll an investigation check for that.
I will certainly do so. Fuck my life! Another 3.
A 14? With a 14, you get the feeling that if there was one, it was destroyed whenever the wing got speared through its chest. But even if you did know if there was or wasn't one, it wouldn't really do you much good because you have to break through the shell itself to get to it.
I mean, I know a bunch of strong ladies, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I mean, fair enough.
Looks at Renswa.
And one of the men who could be a strong lady if he so chose.
Looks at Soren.
And the one who is a strong lady but is small.
Looks at Morgan.
And one who is a lady with heights.
All right, so up or down?
Morrigan is going to do a little spin. And I'm going to roll a D100. High is high, low is low. She spins, and then when she opens her eyes, it's pointing downward that way.
All right,
Didn't
you
know that
guys
Morgan
can.
practiced gyromancy.
All right then.
Too many
Shai,
things.
go ahead and move your token here, please. As you guys all exit the elevator, the door closes behind you. And
Of course it
then,
does.
as you make your way up to this door, you see there's a little control panel over here. And if you were to push on it, do you?
I give it a little touch. Sure.
Right. You press on it, and this door opens up.
What is with all the buttons? Doors have like handles and hinges on them for a reason.
These
I mean,
doors do not
we
have
could-
handles or hinges on them. Like, you know, like the vents in Alien?
No, don't say alien.
The hole that just gently slides open, the little
I know.
That's what these doors
don't,
do.
Don't say alien right now. In your low-res dungeon.
Quiet.
Agatha looks around the hallway for any traps.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check. Or it's investigation. It's investigation.
Anything but a 3, a 4.
Oh my god! You're in the
Wow.
money now. There appear to be no traps in here.
I'm straight up rolling like Soren right now.
Yeah, like I've gotten some good rolls tonight.
Yay.
Damn, I took your money. You're taking my rolls.
It
So,
cost you something.
This
Are
is what
you-
I fucking deserve.
Are you guys going to proceed forwards?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You make your
I guess
way
it's
down the hallway, and as you do, the door behind you just closes behind you.
Not a fan of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make it permanently open.
Let's not do that.
With our luck, whatever you put there to permanently open it will just break. As she chugs more coffee. Ugh.
Who said anything about putting something there? As Bonnie's slow. Yep.
Whaps her on the bottom with her staff. No.
Renswad does not even allow her to
Telling
put the
people
dynamite
where
all
we
the way.
are.
All right. There's another button panel. If you press, do you press it?
You
Soren
press it.
doesn't.
Soren doesn't.
Oh, you
Okay.
want me? You want me to press? Oh, you want me to press it? Okay,
you
Soren
want to.
presses it.
All right. You press it. The door
Soren immediately explodes.
Opens up.
Dang
and look,
it.
there's another construct.
Fuck.
Initiative. As this thing turns to you and looks quite hostile.
Yeah, okay, cool. This is happening right now.
Yeah, I got a
I got
four. I got a
I got
nat
a
4
3,
as well.
4, 5. Oh, let's go. My homie.
I'm pretty sure I rolled my exact same initiative. I did.
Yeah, you did. That's funny.
All right. This thing rolled better on initiative. Hooray.
Bleh.
Ooh. All right then. Let me just this up a little bit. And then we're gonna move over here. Okay. So, Vonnie, what are you doing?
Vonnie is moving into melee.
Melee. Morgan, you're up next. Keep that in mind.
And going in a 1
That hits.
and a 2.
That misses. Get yourself a luck token.
That's fine. And here's the damage.
9. All right, 9 damage.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
Give me just a second. Here's that.
Player is waiting for crits to start using spell slots.
Morgan, your turn. Brent's while you're up on deck.
Morgan sees this thing is like, ugh. And then she gets into melee.
Why?
Because I'm gonna make a spell attack.
Oh, you're not going to use Retributive Strike?
No,
Curses.
I whop it using my spell modifier with my staff. As I run at it and I lunge it and try to stab my staff into its center.
Go for it. You do so. I mean, roll and hit.
Plus 13.
Yeah, that hits.
Roll me a charisma save.
A charisma save. Okay. It fails, but what is this effect going to do?
She stabs it, and in a fiery puff, it vanishes as I banish it to the plane of fire.
You can't. Oh, you're plane shifting. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is plane shift a concentration spell or is it instantaneous?
No, it is immediate.
All right, instantaneous. Okay. Puff.
Soren has both his blades sheathed, left hand on the sheath, and he just goes, "Oh, all right."
You
would
see
be
her kind of like pressing this staff up to her cheek with this like almost like giggly green to her smile. Like you can see her bird-like tendencies as she holds the shiny.
Holy shit.
Oh, so worth every penny.
He's like, and I kind of walked out of that shop with nothing. He says as he like softly rubs the back of Morgan's head.
Oh, I traded quite a lot for it.
All right.
Well, both things. She like does a little like twirl in her magi robe.
As Agathar exits the room, as Agathar exits the hallway, the door behind him.
All right. One way.
Is there like anything to these runes,
No,
or are they all just the same blandness?
they are all just the same bland stone with no murals, no dressings, nothing.
So weird.
That's so weird, isn't it?
It's weird.
I mean, are you guys gonna leave that room too?
Can Agatha just like glance around the room to see if he sees fucking anything?
Go ahead, roll an investigation check.
This feels so weird. 22.
22. There is absolutely nothing here. It feels, this whole space feels very bland and just uncreative almost. It feels like everything has been sucked out of it. All the fun, all the mystery that you would normally expect to see in a puzzle dungeon is just gone. It's just replaced by stone walls, stone corridors. It's roll a history check.
Sure.
Lucas sucked it all into himself as he was here, and that's why he's so wacky.
But no, he owns this dungeon now, so it basically mirrors his imagination. Nothing.
Yeah.
With a 17, it almost feels like you're back in prison again.
This feels like a prison. Yeah, God, I hope he... I mean, I could guess he probably took control of some travelers, but... God, what happened to them?
Well, hopefully we don't need to hurt him.
I mean, I could try to dispel them, but I don't think I'd do any actual meaningful damage.
You open this door and you see there's like a small room and then another door in front of you.
All right.
Alright. You open this door, it's another hallway. Woo-wee!
Riveting.
In fact, as you guys step into this room, you see that there's like a few devices on the side of the walls that kind of like bleep and beep at you a couple times before you hear a small as you feel a sense of disapproval settle over you. Like, you know, an upset dad is looking at you and going like, you shouldn't be walking around with those.
It's the fucking the gif of the guy grabbing the frog. You're not supposed to be here.
Joke's on you. Joke's on you, disembodied entity. My dad's dead.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Could I do something, Shad?
What do you want
Or
to
at
do?
least presumably dead, at least.
I press my hand to this wall facing the darkness here.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's a racist cunt bag, so I don't listen to him anyway.
What's it made of?
It is
I am
made of
daddy's scared
it's made of a weird metal.
Hey, look, Vani, weird metal.
Can I do something to it?
Starts licking the wall.
I could make so many things with this.
Give me your minerals.
It's made of unanium.
Takes out a
Unanium.
hacksaw and starts cutting it up.
It's a fucking fork and butter knife.
If I cast Pass Wall on this, would that work?
What does Passwall say?
It says wooden plaster or stone surface.
I don't believe this is wood, plaster, or stone.
I know, it just seems weird that it's like very transfixed on 3 types of material.
I know. I know.
It was probably pretty common.
The passage appears at a point you can see on a wooden, plaster, or stone surface.
You know what? I will say that you can attempt to manipulate metal with it. It will require a spell ability check. Mainly because, like, you haven't encountered metal before. Well, I mean, like, metal walls, I will say. And also, you're new to the spell. Like, it'll take some getting used to, is what I'm saying. But you could, in theory, make the spell target the metal walls. It's just a matter of practice.
This shit.
I was gonna say, is like, oh, I don't know how I made all those bombs if I had known nothing about metal. Yeah, I'll give it a hoot. Why not? I cast pass wall on this wall.
Go for it. Roll your spell ability check. 14? 14 is sadly not enough.
Would 15 be enough?
Do you want to spend a luck token?
I'll spend a lucky point.
Oh, so
and roll one more d20.
Go for it. That is a 16. A 16 will certainly be enough. You make a pass wall. Pass wall goes 20 feet deep, right?
20 feet, yep.
Second, I got fucking making me rearrange the goddamn walls.
Like, listen here, I know you have a weird spiral shape in mind. Well, what if I just said I didn't care?
You're the one that made the choice.
Let me...
This is the consequence of your actions.
Zoom in a bit.
Of calling me
You should have just said no.
Oh no.
Learn the power of no.
You just broke us into the boss fight.
Is there an... No, it's not that. It's just like there's no
Fighting
erase
roll 20.
tool. I either erase everything that I did, or you know what? I'm not gonna bother with it. You make a 20-foot wall, it does nothing. Like, you're 20 feet into the darkness, is all. I'm not gonna bother making a tunnel.
Makes a pout face. Well, looking back to the group, it doesn't curl back on itself.
At least we know now, I guess.
Let's just keep going.
Fine.
All right, you guys making your way into here?
Sure.
Making our way downtown.
All right, as
I would
you
imagine
exit this room,
the little room beeps when Agathar enters it.
it does.
It's like, listen, you, yeah, schmuck, don't you touch my stuff.
And then this door, and you see another construct. Give me just a second to describe this room for you as I move the map around a little bit.
Grenades, go!
Just a thing. Okay. So, as you enter this room, you see that it looks like an office building of sorts. You see that there are benches over here for what look like processing. You see a large door, a large set of double doors over here. 2 water fountains, a desk here in the center that someone would sit behind and kind of like do paperwork at. And you see 2 large cabinets here and here. And in the center of it is one of these guys. And of course, as the door opens and he looks over at you, initiative is rolled. And as
What if that's just how they say hello in their people's like body language? He's like, he throws his fists up and he's like, hello, jab.
Damn it.
I was somewhat hoping I'd roll another 17.
would have been fancy. This there. Let me get this. Actually, I need to make this that, and make this that. And then we rearrange them like that. And I pull this up here. Okay. As you kind of like open up this gateway, you see this thing moving a lot faster than the other two did beforehand. As it gets into a aggressive stance. Soren, what do you do?
Well, Soren is way back in the line, so he's going to be moving. Let's see. That's his move. He's gonna be here next to Vonnie. Let her go through first since she's in the way of the door, and I don't think he'd be able to move after that. But he's gonna get into his favorite stance again with his bonus action.
All right. Second. Renslaw, what are you doing?
How many whatever hops can I do? Proficiency of them? Yeah, sure. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go ahead and do
A little
one hop this time.
Great. Go get him, Queen. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll be the first bonus action, which is sad. That means I only get to punch it 4 times.
Can't have shit out here.
Can't have shit in
Can't have shit in Vitrium.
Fantasy Detroit.
In Fantasy Detroit. Oh my god.
1, 2, 3, 4.
3 hits.
10, 11, and 12.
33
Consistent.
damage. Very nice.
As there's just 3 very loud clanks and the screech of denting metal.
All right. This creature is going to shuffle down to here and is going to do a backstep and then launch itself forward to here. Make me a con save.
Ooh.
18 succeeds. You are not stunned. You eat 9 bludgeoning damage as this thing lands on the other. As this thing shoots through you and lands on the other side. You then watch it. You can take an attack of opportunity on it as it moves away.
Oh boy.
Move it down to here. Yeah, to here.
Get
16 will miss. As it then pulls its wings forward and begins to charge up, I will need Vonnie and Soren to both make me wisdom saving throws as this circle of wind around it pulls inwards.
I'm assuming this is a wall here, right?
It is. You can go through it. It's a doorway.
It's an open doorway. Yeah.
Yeah, open doorway.
Okay. Oh, so it's a 3-block doorway. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a wisdom save. Wow. Okay.
A 10 will
10.
fail. You are taunted. You must make a melee attack against this creature with your whole turn.
Oh no.
I mean, that's what I was going to do anyways.
So I'm guessing a 13 doesn't save it because
A
aura.
13? Oh, you're right. The aura is there. A 13? A 13 makes it. Smile.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
Yay. Paladins.
Unfortunate.
It happens. Also, whenever I say you must move and make an attack, that's all you can do. You can't do your bonus action stuff. You can't do anything else. You just gotta move and attack. That's it.
Boo.
Anyway, Vonnie, your turn. Agathar, you're up on deck.
I reject your rules and substitute my own.
Oh, I don't know. Let's swing at it.
1 hit. That is 6 damage.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
All right. Agathar, what are you doing?
He is going to at least get there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is not as fast anymore, but he's gonna put a light slug into this thing's chest again. He's going to use his bonus action to what's it called again? He's giving himself advantage. Essentially. Where is laser scattergun? Cute. 21 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. 23 radiant and 11 points of sneak attack.
All right. You watch as your radiant laser shotgun blast does not hit as hard as it did the previous one.
Shit. Okay.
As 34 damage is reduced to 17.
Shit, they're all in link. They all resist the things that they fought before. That's my turn.
Oregon.
Hello. Morgan, get to position. And I will raise staff. And a peal of lightning will arc across its body.
All right. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, 7th level.
Lightning bolt, 7th level. That is a fail on the dex save. How much damage?
All right. I believe lightning bolt is normally what, 66?
Yeah.
It is 8d6 at 3rd level. If it's 7th level, then it is 12d6.
8. All right, 12d6. 32 lightning damage.
Very
nice.
It does not resist the lightning.
How many charges does that eat? 7. All right.
As your lightning bolt settles away from it, you watch as its body is now crumbling and looking very heavily damaged.
And that's my turn.
Soren, what are you doing?
Soren is moving forward, still in his favorite stance, and he's taking 3 attacks, not spending any balance to get 2 attack or swings from both weapons. So,
all right, and which weapon are you swinging with twice?
Of course, Hidari. Should be 3 times with the bonus attack.
You cannot swing with the same weapon for your 3rd bonus attack. It has to be with your offhand.
Bow. All right. Well, that'll be it then.
I mean, you can make your 3rd attack still. It just has to be with Migi instead of Hidari.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, that hits. All right, 7 slashing from Migi, but that is 18,
26.
28. No, it's 33 altogether.
33.
Yeah, altogether, 33. Yeah.
Don't mess with my math. I'll kill you.
It's
That's
11.
Death and destruction is imminent. Where she bounds over.
Hit, miss, hit. Let's see, that's 5,
5, 4, 7, 16.
16? 16 is not enough.
Right.
However, you will notice this thing's on its last legs.
Totally forgot about my appendage strips.
Key point.
Okay, it's dead. I mean, like,
6 more.
hold on. Yeah, no, it's dead. You did enough. It's dead. Stop! He's already dead! You guys are breezing through this dungeon.
It's the gift, the rope punch there. It's like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry.
this thing crumbles and falls away over to here, and it settles into a rubble pile.
Attack of opportunity. No, I'm just kidding.
I make a piss poor attempt to investigate the room.
Sure, go ahead and roll investigation.
Yeah,
I did.
Agatha
Rolled a 12 because I have disadvantage because I got to hang it over.
Oop.
21?
21.
All right then. 21 and 12. Well, the 12, Morgan, you're like peeking through these documents, and you're like your eyes are a little bit hazy and stuff. But as you drink from your coffee and you kind of like get into combat flow and you begin to kind of like exert a bit of energy, you feel your exhaustion level beginning to go away or wane. After this room, you'll no longer have your level of exhaustion.
Yay!
What's up?
Coffee really is the cure to everything.
Well, I mean, more accurately, she was giving herself a hangover cure. So, you know, I was representing that. However, you, Agathar, as you kind of like look along these paperwork, you see that these are documents detailing particular prisoners that are being housed here.
This is a prison.
You see that there are currently 4 groups of prisoners with 12 prisoners in total. And you also see that what is known as the drone room is occupied as well.
Did they give any descriptions of the drone room?
No.
When they say occupied, what does that mean? Like, it's full of drones, or
It
like
just says
is there
occupied.
somebody in there? Okay. Any names he recognizes on the prisoners?
There are no names, there are just cell numbers.
Okay.
You
And no
see that
descriptions of the prisoners?
sorry, what was that?
No descriptions on the prisoners?
Well, let me get those for you. Let me just thing. So, it says so give me just a second. I forgot to have this typed out.
So, where are we thinking? Left or up?
Hmm.
I feel like up.
I agree. Up.
Let's
Works for
keep
me.
checking out the room. Grab any information you can. He's just fiddling through all of the documents.
Soren does what he can to grab some information.
Check the desk too. See if there's anything in there.
And Soren will do that.
Weren't there like shelves or cabinets or something?
I think so.
Or am I on
Yeah.
drugs?
not yet. No, he's cooking.
I'm still tapping all this out. You have to give me a second.
Ugh, I definitely do not like the sound of the fucking drone room.
My guess is drone room is clone room.
Could be.
Or it's
Where he's
where,
keeping-
or it's where the constructs are housed.
And true. That could be.
And either way,
Either way, it's not good.
could Bonnie should kind of start, planting C4 along every single wall. That they pass.
Bonnie, will you chill out with the explosives?
Don't worry, it's all on a remote detonator.
You don't have that.
I don't have that yet.
You're more violence focused than Valen is. Relax.
Listen, I just focus on deconstruction and construction. I make cool things, I break weird things. It's perfectly balanced.
Just pump the brakes for a second.
It's like, who is your god again?
What's a god?
They're crush a lot.
The god of explosives. That tracks.
They thinking cleric, paladins don't need to have a god, just an oath.
They can't. Yeah, Bonnie has an oath of destruction.
We're all here just like, oh, look at this weird thing, and Vonnie's like, no, you need dynamite.
It's like, look, I can't destroy anything in this room, so I'm gonna move on.
But fine, if you want more precision. Pulls out different types of tools. Let's see.
Pulls out a blowtorch.
Let's see. I got hammer and chisels.
The only thing I'm investigating are fault lines. All right, I don't need to.
Just whips out. It's like I've got the compounds to make thermite. I can make thermite. Should I make thermite? I'm gonna make thermite. No.
I don't know.
Well-
Let them cook. Thermite's a good reaction.
Hey, it'll get us through doors a bit easier and walls.
Yeah, just laid it.
But the doors, they don't. None of the doors have been locked.
We press a button and they open.
Yes, but what if we want them to stay open?
Press the button again.
This entire party is just Bonnie is just explosive, no explosive, explosive, no explosive, explosive, no explosives.
Aww.
Boom, no boom, boom, no boom.
No boom, boom, no boom. Aw.
Kaboom. Yes, Vonnie. Kaboom.
It's like we seriously gotta put a leash on you or something.
Try Nitro Halloween, no try Nitro Halloween. Not try Nitro Halloween, no try Nitro. I can't even do
Fine,
it.
I'll put a bizarre bomba.
So you put a leash on Vonnie. Vonnie just explodes the leash too.
She pulls out a firecracker, puts it on the leash, it just blows off.
No.
Just puts a little sticker of
okay,
thermite on it.
so
No, the leash becomes a bandolier of explosives.
I finally have it all typed out for you.
How's that?
I'm posting it here and in Discord.
Oh, great, ch-ldr-n. Why was that the first thing that...
Female.
All right, so that one gets to stay here.
Oh, so they have a Roger.
Yeah, they have a Roger. That's 22.
Mind
A
Flayer.
mind flayer.
Oh boy.
Aerococker male, special case, Empress, oh, huh. So, they have Anka.
No, Vulpine. That's Anka's feline.
Anka is a tabaxi.
Wait, a foxkin?
A mind flayer, what the fuck?
Does Soren
Okay.
see that?
Dragonborn male prince?
Well, first of all, it's Agathar digging through all this. So, like,
Yeah.
if he's reading it off to you guys, then yeah, no, Soren, you would know about it.
Yeah.
Wait, Vulpine? And he rushes over to take a look at it.
Yeah, Vulpine Empress.
Wait, foxkin?
I guess.
Didn't even realize they still existed.
I
So,
guess.
killing the ch-ldr-n and the mind flayer.
Well, hold
right?
on. I mean, we don't know if they're going to be in any threat or in any danger. We need to see them first.
Soren
Well-
holds the sheaths of his blades with his left hand and just says, "Oi, Migi and Hidari, do you did you have an empress when you were, alive?"
They both nod their heads. Yeah,
What was-
but our island was destroyed.
Right, but you see this, right? And he's now looking at the the prisoner list and saying Vulpine female empress here apparently.
Huh.
That's
I'm-
impossible. That
it-
can't possibly.
It could be. We don't know for
We'll
sure.
Find out. Soren, can you go check the
Right.
desk? Agatha
Votes
stopped
on-
the.
Votes on leaving the Mage Hunter right where he's at.
I mean,
there's 2 ch-ldr-ns in here.
Soren
or
goes to
he
check the
might
desk,
know
by the way.
something about ch-ldr-n technology that we could use against them.
I don't think they're very talkative.
If they want out of whatever the fuck this place is, they're gonna have to be.
And there's also the Mind Flayer.
With ch-ldr-n, I almost wonder if they would rather captivity than actually give any secrets over.
There's only one way to find out.
Where's the desk, Chad?
The desks are over here and over here. The actual processing desk is like right here.
Soren's checking all the desks.
Well, I mean that's where you got all this information from.
Oh, that's where we got it. Okay.
Oh, from
Yes.
the desk. Okay, I was over. Okay. What's in the What's all in the cabinets and shit?
Those are not cabinets; those are seats.
Oh, okay. Well, wherever the cabinets are.
The cabinets are over here, and I said you already checked the cabinets.
All right. I gotcha.
So Soren just goes, and we also have to keep in mind that these might not be Lucas's list. They might be old.
I mean, does the paper look old?
No, it looks new.
No. This is definitely Lucas's doing. The paper's too new.
Well,
Plain female.
If
We'll
we're-
we'll check in a minute. Just go check the desk, hon.
Yeah, well, I think all the desks have already been checked.
Yes,
The
they have all the
processing
desks.
desk. Oh,
Yeah.
including the processing?
Yeah,
Okay,
including the
alright.
processing desk.
Okay, alright. Okay, well, that's one in to check. Let's go back up.
button press.
Button press here.
Yep.
All right, the door slides open.
Agatha puts away his laser shotgun and he's swapping to the railgun.
All right. Are you gonna open up this door too?
Appendage and all.
Yep.
All right. You open this door with a, and you see 3 prisoners inside of these light barrier prison cells.
As
Let me finish.
Oh, hey,
I'm sorry, that
Shad.
was just something. That was just something that Soren wanted to ask them while they were looking at those prisoner lists. But go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, so as you guys enter this room, the door opening up to let you view these corridors of light, kind of like going down to meet another door at the very end of the hallway. You see that there are 3 prisoners in here. There is a vulpine female to the right with albino white fur, red eyes, and what look to be kind of like grayed fingertips, and 9 tails kind of like swishing around behind her. She just is seated and kind of like looking unconcerned. To the upper left is a Aarakocra that looks to be almost wreathed in electrical energy as he is just kind of like pacing back and forth. And in the back right-hand corner is, of course, a Roger, just sitting there enjoying a cup of hot chocolate. How he got it, no one knows how, but he has it in his hands. And as this door opens up and the woman to your right kind of like looks up and to the left at you guys, kind of like narrows her eyes. Who are you? And that
That's
is where we're
alright.
ending session.
We got Vulpine.
Yeah.
Here, grenade.
Hey, Soren, look, a life.
I've already got 2.
Yeah. And
Anyway, with that, yeah, we're ending session. So, did you guys
No.
have fun?
yeah.
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 Let's go on longer.
6 out of 10.
No, I'm
Let's
sure.
finish
I'm
this
sure.
dungeon.
I'm sure some people want to go to sleep and not die.
I sure as shit don't.
Sleep.
Anyway, so
Like a real man.
if for those of you who are watching on stream, we're going to say we're sorry for watching in the YouTube audience. We're going to say goodbye to you guys and go on to our post. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, all the other jazz, so on and so forth. And maybe you too can help us name the episode if you arrive on stream for the post and pre-stream. Who knows? Talk to the players. That's what's up. Agathar, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
Morgan, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people.
Francois, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people.
Thorin, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye. I've got some questions to ask the one on the right.
Bonnie, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, everyone. And remember, explosives are fun.
And from all of us to all of you, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna put a fucking cone on you, Vonnie.